Okay, folks, this is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. I see no one's here yet, but that's okay. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully, someone's going to show up soon. Right now, I am going to go run and grab me a Pepsi because I haven't done so yet, unless I have some coffee left over in my coffee cup, which I just have very little. But that should do me for now because I don't really need a lot. Hopefully, someone's going to come in. We're going to see this, and hopefully, get four eyes. Hey, Cecilia. Cecilia says hi. You're the first, Cecilia, even though it says 4 in here, so it's going to be interesting to see who else is lurking. Sorry for my hair being a little bit of a mess, but I've just been trying to recover for the last couple of days. See if I can find my hat. I can just put that on, cover my head, my hair. That's better. Better than yesterday. I didn't get sick once today. I did get my stomach. I haven't been able to eat as much. So I guess that's both good and bad. But we just got done eating supper, and I couldn't even finish it. I started about a minute late because I was in the process of using the restroom to get ready for all this. So I'm good as be expected, considering I've been sick for the last 4 days. Hey, Gunslinger, how you doing? Things are doing decent. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, and all that other fun stuff. Thank you very much, sir. I'm really glad you made it. Sorry, I had to mute myself on this one. I hadn't had a chance to do that yet. Yeah, I can understand that. I was having a bunch of gastrointestinal issues that would cause me to not hold anything down. So today's the first time I didn't have to worry about anything coming up. So, but again, like I said, I didn't eat much until later this afternoon. And today's for supper, I had, I think, just a titch too much because my stomach has probably shrank a little bit. But other than that, doing well. We're going to be talking about doing thank you, sir. Hope things are going well for you as well. We're going to be talking about possibly doing a cookbook and all this other stuff. So if anybody's interested, please, chime in. We're going to be, picking between 5 and 10 recipes per person. Doesn't have to be 5, doesn't have to be 10, could be 3, could be 1. Doesn't matter what it is. Pictures depends on you if you can do it. Otherwise, it's just a written thing that will be sent to Jenny once we get the details hammered out about submissions and all this other stuff. So that's down the line. I'm waiting for, hopefully Mandy will show up and Molly, because those are the main 3 that are really, gung-ho about it. And so as well as Lori. I didn't really eat a lot of cheese this week. I didn't eat cheese until Sunday. I only had 2 sandwiches. I didn't overeat. I didn't have any tomato soup whatsoever. So I just had this. They called it the stomach flu, according to the doc. So, hey, Cage, how you doing? Have you thought about possible a recipe for the cookbook that we're discussing about making? Yeah. Hey, you asked for a grilled cheese video. I gave you a grilled cheese video. And by the way, I only had 2. Ian had 3. Jenny had 2. And I ate last. And actually, that day I didn't eat anything much else. Jenny made chili, and I didn't even have any of that. So that's all I ate that day. Hey, Molly. Oh, that's on me because I had not done this part yet. There's that. Yeah. So I haven't had a lot of cheese this week. Now, if you want to talk about someone who has had a lot of cheese, that would be Jenny. We had, was it day before yesterday? We had pork steak, and what we have with the pork steak, hon?
Stuffing.
With cornbread stuffing, and we baked it. So not a lot of grease, not a lot of other stuff, and I had milk with it. Never had the one made with beer before, so that's interesting. Though I was extremely cold yesterday. Um, our house was 72 degrees. My hands were like ice, which is not like me. I actually, when I went to sleep, I had to be covered up in a sleeping bag. I had my hoodie on, and I didn't have my hat on though. But for me, that's a lot of layers to be put on just in order to sleep. But I am feeling better now. We'll find out more in the morning. I'm hoping that everything is a-okay. So today, we're going to be discussing a few other things, not just the cookbook, mind you, but some other things some things that are coming up in the near future. So that's going to be cool. I don't generally have poor circulation, Cecilia. My hands don't get cold. It's quite the opposite. I actually have really good circulation. Hey, Jarrett, how you doing? I'm feeling better, brothers. That's one thing I can tell you. Well, my stomach's feeling a little because I think I overate, and I didn't eat that much. I didn't even finish my supper, which is really weird. I haven't been doing that for the past couple of days. Haven't been able to. But that's what's going on right now for me. We're going to be taking care of some things in the next couple of days, Jenny and I, and we're going to get some things taken care of. And hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll get our vehicles fixed, both of them, and some other things taken care of as well. One moment, I got to ask Jenny a question real quick. Sorry about that. Had to take care of something personal. But yeah, if anybody wants to come up, the link is in the chat there. So, hey, there comes Molly. Hey, Molly.
Hey, how you doing?
I think I overate supper.
Oh.
I had two tenderloins, smaller ones. I couldn't finish them. The second one.
Okay.
Which is a lot. Usually I could just finish them and then some. I'll be still hungry for more, but I can't. I couldn't even do that. Ha ha ha! I did that before I went live there, Rob. And welcome, by the way.
It's heavy.
Hey, Jason.
It is heavy.
Oh, I bought Jason one of those boxes that fill your tires and fits in your glove box.
That says what?
If it's small, it fits in your glove box.
Yeah.
You can air up your tires with it.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. I'm sure he's going to probably do a video about it because it'd be kind of cool. Oh, Jenny does have something.
Maybe he needs to do content.
Okay, remember that little rope weave thing that she was, what was it called?
Cordsmith.
You know that cordsmith thing that she was working with, making the cordage?
Yeah.
Where'd it come from?
Somehow, some way, she got an extra one in the mail.
Oh, nice.
So we know anybody who might be interested, we might do a giveaway.
Okay, I'll put in for that.
We kind of figured you might. It's got the little hooks down here to help do stuff. I don't know what it means, but or what instructions it requires, but Jenny does. But this is a giveaway from Jenny, so I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but we're going to do a giveaway on that.
That's
So,
cool.
I know you and Andy are
I
both on the list for who won it, so, most likely. I don't think Mandy's got a lot of time right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You still have all the information on it?
Oh, Cecilia's also
Online, yeah. Why? Is there instructions?
Is there instructions?
Yeah.
Jenny will probably do a video with you on how to use it if you're interested.
Oh, okay.
A one-on-one video. That way you can see how it works. So that'll be whoever wins it after they get it. They do a little get-together meeting on it, and she could show you how to do it. So you get personal instruction on how to use it.
Nice.
It is purple. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's purple.
Yeah, it's purple.
A little sparkly, a little bit. It's a lot of stuff for just 3 prongs, if you ask me, but I guess that's what it is. It's some kind of cordage maker of some kind.
It's an I-cord.
I-cord?
I-cord.
I-cord maker. That's what she calls it. So
Yeah.
she ordered one. Somehow 2 came in.
Nice.
Oh, the old scouting book. I did see a little bit of that. Hold on. Give me a moment. I will go check that out again. I remember seeing it. I just have to go back and look at it. The Complete Scout. Yeah, I've seen those before. Is that the American version or the British version? Oh, it's even signed.
Wait.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to find it, so bear with me here, folks. It doesn't want me to open it up, which is really weird.
Did you misplace something?
The instructions.
Huh.
The packet. I didn't go anywhere. Oh.
You did put it in there.
It won't let me open one of them so I could read it, which is really sucky.
I
No.
spelled it bad, though.
It keeps on trying to open it up as a file, even though it's a picture.
Hey, corn-fed.
Hey, Rob.
Do you like
Oh.
it?
We're going to have to wait and see if I can figure that one out.
I'm gonna do
I
it.
can't read it,
Unboxing.
unfortunately.
Yes.
See if that works. Oh, there we go. Still can't read it. When I opened it up and bigger, it just got blurry. Hey, 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 it's corn-fed.
Mhm.
How you doing, Rob? Hope things are going well.
I think it needs to be plugged in for it.
Rob, on those scouting books, were those the
I don't-
American or English versions? Because both would be interesting. Ian
It's
likes
supposed to be
collecting vintage
cordless.
stuff, so who knows?
It says wireless charger pump.
Yep.
So,
If anybody else is interested in coming up, the link will. I'll put the link back in the chat here. Okay, I can do that. Molly, looks like Cecilia wants you to have it.
Oh,
So I guess this is going to you, Molly.
oh, that's nice. Thank you, Cecilia.
Now, hon, you got this off of what?
It's a channel on Instagram. It's called Size Inclusive Collective.
Say it again.
Size Inclusive Collective.
It's from Size Inclusive Collective off of Instagram.
I don't do Instagram.
Well, she's also on Facebook.
She's also on Facebook.
Okay.
So I know you do Facebook. But yeah, this will be going to you as soon as we get a chance to get it mailed out. We got to get a lot of things mailed out. And once this thing comes through, I'll have an opportunity to mail out everything without worries, which would be fun. That'll help clear up some space in our living room. I saw that it was pretty good condition. Ian actually has a Boy Scout stove from 1918. We've shown it off on here before, and I'm surprised it made it through World War I and II without being recycled or sold for scrap, because the main part of it is it's all metal. Somebody must have just had it in their attic and just forgot about it.
Okay.
You've seen it, haven't you, Molly?
I think so.
It's it kind of fits together like that, and it has the grill part that sticks in the ground. You put a little fire under it, and then the two pieces, one's a pot and one's a bowl.
yesterday.
It's got little handholds for
Okay.
the
I
stuff. So
yesterday.
it's
Oh,
different. I don't know where it's at in Ian's room at the moment. Otherwise, I would show it. Because I'd have to go in digging, and that's kind of a Bermuda Triangle of stuff. As you know, most teenagers, especially teenage boys, who especially is only here one weekend a week. So, but yeah,
1 weekend a week?
well, he's not here 7 days a week. He's only here on the weekend,
Oh, okay.
which is 1 weekend a week, right?
Yep.
Technically. But yeah. Now, that's an option for another possible video in the future about, or at least alive for anybody who has like vintage Boy Scout stuff.
Oh, okay.
What do you have? Because that's kind of leads on to a discussion about who has what and everything else. Because Ian's also got vintage Boy Scout knapsacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He finds them at secondhand stores and flea markets and goes, "Well, I got to buy that," not realizing he has like 3 of them, but he just like buys them because he finds them. And
In the moment.
yeah, it's like not too expensive. We're talking about less than $10.
Yeah.
And they're like bought we're talking about 2 to 5, 6 months apart, and you don't, really think about it. Or he bought one last year, didn't think about it, bought another one this year, that kind of thing.
Cookie.
Gout? I am not sure, but I'm sure that Cecilia might have a good remedy somewhere, or so we have quite a few people. I mean, Deb might have something. I don't know traditional recipes for remedies for things like that. I just know that
Quiet.
I watched a movie about a guy who happened to have it, but that's about it. So if anybody has any information about how to deal with gout, I don't know, Rob. That would be interesting if he does. I have not seen any, but I have found quite a few Boy Scout handbooks and stuff as I go along because they have good information. because they're more personable than the military manuals. But that's all I can tell you. Where they're at in his room is a mystery, and only he knows. He's like, he knows where everything is in his room, but he won't tell me about it. But he does have a complete set of cast iron in there for himself. Backpacking gear, Boy Scout gear, military gear. He's got a survival kit in his room. He doesn't have a water filter, though. I don't think he does that yet, but that's, down the line. Molly, do you know anything about gout?
Nope.
Neither do
No,
I.
his stepdad had it, but he had it in his feet.
I don't know because okay, someone says bananas. Eat bananas.
Yeah.
It's because of the potassium. So there you go. It breaks down the uric acid crystals and converts them back into a liquid. So there you go. Bananas. Activated charcoal. Cold water. Take a foot bath using cold water. Let the affected area soak. Try also using an ice
Do
pack.
we have any coolant?
In the van.
Well, she needs to put coolant in it, so antifreeze.
Epsom salt
I don't know if there's
has been known to help.
a-
Yeah, but it'll save her an engine if it gets below freezing soon.
Don't know about how it's used because I'm trying to read it. It just says bathe the area of the body that's
Cool it and then top it off with water, right?
what else? Cramp bark, whatever that is, or also known as Verbunum opulus. It's in the North America, used to cure various ailments, including cramps, spasm, mumps, fluid retention, and even eye disorders. And they also smoke part of the plant like as a substitute for tobacco. So, but it says that it was known to reduce this uric acid in the blood and help relieve you of gout. I have no idea. I've never heard of it till now. Apple cider vinegar.
That's the cure-all. That's like Windex.
Pretty much. It's also consumed with water that you can also try adding other ingredients to enhance the flavor. So there's that. I've heard a lot of people use that one. Sodium bicarbonate is another one that they mention on this site.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Apples. They contain a compound known as malic acid. This compound helps neutralize uric acid, therefore making it effective treating gout. An apple after each meal will go a long way and help you overcome your gout problem. So an apple a day will keep the gout away. Nettles. I'm not sure if that means stinging nettles. Can help flush the body of toxins, including uric acid. So you can use it like a nettle tea, I think. Which also stimulates the kidneys in producing more urine, then passing from the body. They also help break up and prevent uric acid crystals, which are responsible for gout.
My daughter's going to go put water in her vehicle. We're not done with the freezing temperatures.
Apparently so.
So she needs the antifreeze.
That antifreeze we still got.
Yeah, he went out to go get her some out of his van.
Ginger is the last one they have on here. Is one way to use ginger as a remedy. Take a cup of boiling water and mix half a teaspoon of ginger root powder into it. Drink this once a day, and your symptoms should soon begin to subside. You can also try mixing ginger root with water to make a paste and then apply it to the affected areas for about 30 minutes.
Jason just planted ginger root. today, actually,
Yeah, they mentioned that too, Cecilia.
or yesterday. I get my days mixed up.
Yep. I don't know about the photo would work though, Rob. But apple cider vinegar and bananas seem to be a really good one. So bananas and apples. There you go. You can have yourself a fruit salad.
There you go. Or a smoothie.
A banana apple smoothie actually does not sound bad.
Uh-uh.
No. There you go. You got all the rest, help we can give you. They can, but if he's got no issues with blood sugar, he should be fine there, Cecilia. As long as he's active. If he's already active, the blood sugar thing doesn't matter, and especially if he's not diabetic in the first place. But I've known that people who eat bananas to gain weight, so you can gain weight on bananas. But try the apple thing; can never go wrong with that. I don't know if you can try making your own like applesauce or anything like that, or even just regular apple cider, just drinking apple cider, the organic apple cider though. Not sure if that would work, but it does sound a lot more tasty than just going with the vinegar part. But there's options.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I would probably go with the apple cider, organic style, freshly squeezed, if preferable. But regular apples, applesauce. I don't know if apple pie would count, but it would definitely be tasty.
Still be apples.
Still would be apples.
Still would be apples.
But yeah, you can go with the different things, or you can do baked apples. I've heard people who do that. There's options, but the one said you could also make a paste, and the stinging nettle. You got multiple options. Now, it's the acid you have to deal with, and it's causing the gout. So there you go.
Shh. Sorry, Scooter.
Yep, I've heard people about making their own vinegar, Cecilia. But like I said, you wanted options. We gave you options, and hopefully one or more might help you. I mean, as the saying goes, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. So give that a shot. So this will be coming to you from Jenny.
Thank you.
So there you go. We had an idea it might be you anyway, but you never know.
Never know.
You never know. So then you realize, oh yeah, you want that. But actually, if anybody has any recipes for like apple anything, would be that both
commercial.
Okay. Oh, that's right. It is 7:30, isn't it?
I got HBO Max.
I got Max. I've been watching Homestead Rescue on that.
Yeah.
By the way, Marty Rainey is really cool. Though I like his son Matt a lot. He's really cool too.
And I got Dickies now.
Dickies, good clothing.
Yes. Jason's wearing a Dickies shirt now.
I don't have a Dickies shirt, but I have worn Dickies in the past. Mostly the shirts, not the pants. I'm not a fan of the pants. They don't come in my size. But
What brand
now
is it?
we could put in an herbal section if you want to do herbal remedies. But I don't know if that would count as part of a cookbook or not.
Prestone?
Or it would be a separate book altogether. What do you think, Molly?
With that, I'm out of here.
Bye, sweetheart. Have fun.
I will.
Kick butt.
I'll try.
Happy karate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Leaving for karate.
Did you hear what I said?
No, I'm sorry. I was
No,
saying
you're
goodbye
good.
to her.
Oh, that's fine. She's more important than me anyway. What I was saying was We could do an herbal remedy book if we wanted to try that, but I don't want to go get on the liability side on that one. But because it's herbal remedies.
The
That
concentrate or the ready to use?
Commercial, midway. Yeah, 50-50 ready to use.
that's what I was
Gray
thinking,
bottle?
Cecilia, because I wasn't sure about the consequences on that one. But then again, it's used at your own risk. If we put a disclaimer
know.
on it or something.
No, I'll go it out.
You're welcome, Jarrett.
No, you just got to point
We
it
have a
out.
lot of good people here, so we know what we're talking about.
Not before.
But you can't go wrong by eating apples for your particular thing. You might get sick of apples after a while,
This
but
is concentrate, and this is ready to use.
just eat an apple after every meal.
That works. Okay, I just had to know so I could put it in.
And you don't have to eat apples, just plain apples. I know people who like using different things with their apples, like a dip or something like that. I know one guy who eats it with peanut butter. Another one uses caramel.
I think I need
Someone
to
just likes eating plain apples, like Johnny Appleseed.
mine,
Uh-huh.
and the top of the radiator, it's wet around the bolts.
Oh,
But like I said, apples, nothing wrong with that. And they don't specify which type of apples, just apples in general.
squeak.
Squeak squeaker, squeak squeaking.
Yeah, he's after a cookie. He's bouncy. He's so excited.
So, apple juice. If anybody has a recipe for making your own homemade apple juice or whatever it is that you want to make, that's a recipe we can probably put in there somewhere. Because we got, I'm sure we're going to have desserts, main courses, breakfasts, snacks, and other things in this
And
thing.
other things.
Well, other things. I mean, I'm talking about like homemade drinks and stuff like that. If you want to make your own homemade Gatorade or something like that, your own electrolyte mixes with natural ingredients, like Gatorade used to be made out of back in the day. Well, garlic and raw honey. I don't know the mixture though. I'm sorry. Right now, my stomach would probably churn at something like that. Because I don't like raw garlic as it is. I can do it in something, but not straight up.
You can swallow it like a pill.
It's just because the cloves are pretty big. Even if you break it down, it's still pretty big.
Well, Katie makes it. She likes it.
What?
The garlic
Oh,
soaked in honey.
Yeah.
She seems to think you can't use it for a week when you make it. That way it'll...
Honey in general is not bad. Finding good organic local honey is best for your area because it helps you with allergens in your area if you have any.
Yeah, we have it. We buy the local honey here.
Yep, especially if you get one from a farmer's market. My friend Micah, he was at the gathering. He actually is a beekeeper, so
Well, Jason wants to be.
I know.
I
So does
We need to put flowers all around that beehive and to attract them to his hive.
I'll pick up some of the flowers tomorrow. A honey pack of flowers.
Okay.
I'm not sure if Cliff is still in this garden or not. Possibly. I'm assuming. Now, like we said, we were thinking about between, I would say, 3 and 10 recipes per person because 10 is a lot for anybody. So if you have one, do one. If you have 10, then do 10. As long as you're able to write them down coherently and legibly, that's all that matters. Because it's going to have to be emailed to Jenny in the email anyway, once we get it set up. But we haven't settled on anything yet, so it's just an idea form right now. Right, Molly?
Yeah.
So, Molly, I'm going to have you co-chair this with us because it'll be you, me, and Mandy, and So here comes Jarrett. Coming all the way. Hey, Jarrett, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Jared.
All right. I can't read any of the notifications down below.
I'll
So-
tell him for you if you want to know.
I'm just learning on this app, so pardon
Okay,
me.
That's
I missed
okay.
something.
Nothing wrong with that. So you have gout, huh?
Yeah.
Well, apples are probably the best one that you can get. You just eat an apple after every meal. You don't have to eat them like raw or anything like that. If you unless you want to, you could wrap. I guess apples in any form, except I don't know about cider
Or applesauce.
or applesauce. I don't know about either one of those. But if it breaks down the acid,
Japan.
so there you go. And
Because
bananas.
I know I've been using cherries, because that was recommended by a doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor told you about cherries? Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Oh, it's better than cranberries.
Yeah, better than cranberry.
Cherries and cherry juice. I drank a 2-liter bottle of cherry juice and been in the bathroom a lot
Oh.
after that.
That's a good sign because it's supposed to help you urinate. That's basically means your system's flushing the uric acid.
Yeah, well, they're better raw. Cooking takes a lot of the nutrition out of it.
That's from Cecilia. Cecilia said that. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm going to put something on the screen there. Jarrett, can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. When something comes up that you need, I will pop it up on the screen where you can read it. Okay?
That's nice.
All right.
There you go. So apples raw is better. Oh, we lost him.
That's okay.
He's still in his fifth wheel out. He doesn't have steady internet. He's just using his phone. So
Yeah, he said he was new at this.
he probably hit a wrong button. The best of us. Me and my back button on my mouse, especially those two buttons right there.
Yeah.
I try to avoid them like the plague if I can. But yeah, no, if you don't cook them, they're probably better. I mean, I'm sure that applesauce is made with raw apples, or is it cooked apples? So I don't know.
You cook it. Yeah, you.
We get to razz him for pushing the wrong button, right? We get to razz you for pushing the wrong button.
Hi, Paul.
Yes.
Hey, Paul. Yeah, ginger was mentioned. Ginger and drink a lot of water. So water, apples, bananas, ginger, like he said. So go with those. They'll help flush your system of that uric acid, and it should help you alleviate your thing. Epsom salt for soaking your foot. If I'm assuming it's your feet that you're having problems with. Is it your hand
This
or your
time
feet?
I get it in their wrist or thumb.
Okay, then you got to soak your hand in Epsom salt. If it's in your wrist and thumb. Okay?
Yeah.
That will help alleviate some of the symptoms. But apples if you get tired of cherry, go with apples. So
Yeah.
I'm sure cherry gets old fast. But apples,
Yes, it does.
but apples, people like apples. I have not heard of anybody who doesn't. So and there's so much things you can do with apples. Ginger tea would, I'm
Apple
sure
pie.
apple sauce, apple fritters.
No, there's not
Apple
enough
fritter.
apple in the fritter.
Yeah,
Apple pie.
we mentioned that.
Apple pie moonshine.
I don't know about that one. That's more alcohol than.
Well, the alcohol will make me
drinking
forget
enough
about
alcohol,
the
you won't
pain.
feel- Yeah,
Right.
it will definitely make you numb to the pain. But that's an option. Actually, while I got you on, Jarrett, I just want to catch you about some stuff I found out here in Iowa. I've heard about 2 new fairs in the Iowa.
Yeah.
One in let's see,
Okay. Ask Jessica to clean the animal.
it's
Or-
in one's
yeah.
in southeast Iowa.
Denmark Festival.
Yeah, the Denmark one. I've never heard of that one.
It's brand new.
And there's one in the same general area in Fairfield.
I'd have to look on my schedule on that. My wife's the one that does that schedule. But we're planning on Denmark.
Okay, I was thinking
It's
about going
October
down
19th.
there. Oh, that's way late. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't snow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check that one out. Hun, it's not until October of that Denmark one.
Hold on. What?
The Denmark one's not until October.
Okay.
But the Fairfield one's a lot sooner. It's like this spring.
Yeah.
So that'll be something interesting. Oh, by the way, when I got you, Ian, SD Mountain Man, and myself are going to the Watch Your County Flea Market for doing a bug out bag type $100 thing with Jiggy.
A challenge.
Yeah, if you don't want to do the challenge part, you can still go with us. Just hang out, and we go to one of the Iowa's largest flea market. If you're interested,
when and where?
It's Watch Your County, Iowa. At the Watch Your County Fairgrounds. I have not got the new dates for this year yet, but I'll keep you informed. All right.
It depends if I'm at the festival or not.
I understand that you have work that takes precedence, but I'm just giving you the invite, just in case. So I think it'd be kind of cool to hang out with you and see what we can come up with, because we all have different mindsets, and Ian's got his mindset. You've got your fair-minded mindset, especially since you do a lot of traveling, and then Steve's got his mindset, and then there's mine. So just to see what we can come up with. Because Ian's found some really good deals at that fair, that flea market. So, yeah, he's found a lot of Boy Scout items, a lot of military items. I've found firearms and cars, and there's a blacksmith there and a whole bunch of other stuff.
That sounds cool. Like, that'd be fun.
I wish you guys, if you guys were closer, I'd take you guys too.
Where's my tissues?
Yeah.
I used them yesterday. Don't forget to put that in the dishwasher.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's on 20 acres. And
we're hitting 20 festivals this year.
Whoa.
Ooh. Wow.
That's a lot. Let me see if I can find some information about that. Okay, see if they have a date on this thing yet. I'm checking. Okay, got the dates. It's in May. It goes several times a year, but we're going to be doing the first one. It's May 2nd through the 5th.
Give me a second. I'll check on it.
Okay. Okay, I'll put the invite back in the chat there, Cliff. If anybody's interested, you can come on up. You can have up to 12 people up here. But that's the first time I've actually had the dates pop up. Before they didn't have them. But it happens 3 times this year. They have one in August and another one in October. But 20 acres of stuff. You can't beat it.
Hey, Cliffy.
He's going to be up in a second. He has some things to finish up. But, yeah, we're going to I'm going to do a $100 bug out bag challenge. We're going to be getting to a local campground after the event. And we're going to get together and show off what we've acquired in our day's exploration.
Yeah. And
put it together and show people what we got. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you know how flea markets go. People like to bargain. Bartering and trading and seeing a whole bunch of different stuff that goes on there. And, just people, what one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Right.
So literally we have found really decent stuff in the trash. Literally. So you never know what people are going to throw away. But yeah.
I checked and it looks like I have that weekend available.
All right. That would be cool.
Currently.
Oh, they have tons of Army surpluses. I did a little video shorts about the Watch Your Flea Market, about some military stuff we found. If you look on my channel,
you're breaking up something fierce.
It's not me, dude. I think it's you.
Yeah, I can hear both of you fine.
Yeah, I can hear both of us. Yeah, fine. So it's signal's probably not strong where he's at.
There you
Nope,
go.
It's him.
Circle of death.
But Cage, if you look on my one of my shorts, it's about the Watch Here County Flea Market and one table of nothing but military stuff that we found. And one of the things that if we do like a catch and cook thing, I was going to try to change it a little bit, because if you find a MRE that's still edible, that's going to give me a second. I'm trying to hopefully you can get him back up here. Whichever one doesn't work, I'm going to remove. He's up here twice. There he is.
Okay.
Let me remove this one.
Where all do you need me to set up?
There we go.
You just got to pick the meat off the bone.
Well, no. Oh,
Yeah. Hey, cool. Thank you for watching it. No. like I
Sorry
said-
about that.
Oh, don't worry about it. We know about bad signal here. It happens a lot.
Big bowl. I have to go finish up dinner. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Hurry back. No, one of the things that we find like old MREs or something like that there, we could use that. If you're feeling lucky, you might get a good one. Or it might be expired. You never know. But we're thinking about finding a campground with a pond where we can go fishing and just catch and cook that way, or we can get an MRE like Ian might try to find. But like I said, over 20 acres, you can find a lot of different stuff. And if you like Army surplus, go that route as long as you can afford it. But they were having like backpacks there for like $40 and stuff like that. And I'm sure you could probably deal or dicker or whatever you want to call it for whatever items you have. They have cast iron there. I've seen Boy Scout stuff, military stuff. I've seen knife makers, blacksmith. I've found satchels and knives and military hatchets and all sorts of fun stuff. Tons and tons and tons of traps if you're into trapping. Not that we're going to be able to do much trapping there, but you never know. Welcome back again. Your signal be iffy out there.
It is. It says it's unstable.
Well, then we will look forward to catching up with you, because you're going to be able to meet everybody. Well, at least you get to meet Scott, and you know about Ian already. So it'll be you, me, Scott, and Ian so far, unless we get some more other people interested in coming out with us. But it's over in Watch Here. It's on the other side of Des Moines. It's about an hour from me, and I'm in Newton, and I'm an hour from Des Moines. And I know where you're at, so
yeah,
it's probably about a 3-hour trip one way for you, give or take. But you've driven further for fare.
Yeah,
to be fair. But it's literally not too far from the highway. It's like a straight shot into Watch Here, and as soon as you come into it, it's like on your left. You can't miss it. We're going on a Saturday, not the first day when which is a Thursday, and not the last day, which is free, because we got to have time to do a catch and cook overnight camp video. And I don't want to try to worry about it with going to work the next day, So want to do it on a Saturday. We get there when it opens, and we all go in and just see what we come up with. So
how many acres?
20.
20 acres.
Yeah, I'll give you let me put the you can come back for it, but I will put the link to the flea market in the chat. That way you can come back and check it out yourself. Okay?
Can either do that or just send it to me in Messenger.
Okay, if you give me a second, I will put it on Facebook and send it to you that way.
Yeah.
Done. You're lucky I had my chat up in Facebook. But you got it now. It's basically the Watch Here Flea Market, one word, .com. And it's what, W-A, like what?
Yeah.
But they pronounce it what. Don't ask me why. They just do. And cheer as in cheer. Like, yay, cheer. And then flea market. And it encompasses, the website shows you maps of the entire site. It's a fairground. in the entire fairgrounds covered. And rain or shine, it's open. They have a racetrack, which they have vendors all the way around the outside of the racetrack. They have people all the way on the infield. They have all the any building they can have a vendor in, they have them in there. And if there's space outside, they have people outside everywhere. It would take me 2 full days to see everything. So, and I've gone through that thing multiple times, and I've never seen the same thing twice. When I've always ended up finding something new. And I found some really cheap things. There's at least one vendor that I know who has flint for flint and steel. An amazing deal. And I already know you have knives, so you don't need knives. But
No.
But because Ian's got a bunch of your knives already. So
Yes, he does.
he makes out like a bandit from you guys. He like goes all out when he works. But like I said, there's a blacksmith there, and I've gotten some really nice trammel hooks from him. So we've got a nice big.
Are you guys planning on being at Amana?
Yes. I don't know if I'm going to be running my range because I don't know if I could. I'm waiting to get my weight down so I can get my knee fixed. So I may have to be somewhere
Working for Mike?
Yep. I want to work for Mike, but I got to be more stationary than I have been. I can't work the parking lot. My knee won't handle it. But I'll keep you guys informed. I got to get my weight down to 265.
Well, talk to Mike because you might be able to be put in charge of parking and drive the golf cart.
That would be cool. I don't mind being able to, happen to, because I can't walk very far right now.
Because
But
we need people that know what they're doing out there. Because we've had years where we've had people that didn't, and they parked 3 cars in a row, blocking people in.
right. Well, Ian and I both did it last year. I did it last couple of years, but Ian works for Mike directly for his making Kiki spuds.
Yeah.
He wants to be upgrade to the grill because he loves the grill.
Yeah.
He likes working for Mike in the kitchen. So he likes the money even better.
Yes, he does.
But he works his butt off though. When he's there, he likes being in there. Personally, I want to get my range back. I really need my range back because I miss it immensely. But with everything that's going on, I need a lot of stuff to get my range up and running. But I plan on doing that. I need to talk to Nate because Nate said he'd offered to sponsor me possibly. So if he can sponsor, I would be able to get my range back and up and running, and then I get the targets, backdrop, and just rebuild my awning. I've got most of the bows, but not all, and arrows. And I could go nuts with the rest.
Yeah.
And the fact is, I'd like to be able to shoot all day long. It's one of my things. I stand on my range all day, and I don't have a problem with it. But I just feel lost without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
You've been to my range. You've shot. I know you have. A lot of people have, actually, because I like keeping it open after hours because it's a lot of fun. But
that way, then the vendors have a chance to do something.
Exactly, because there's not a lot of stuff that vendors get to do when they're stuck in their booths all day.
That's why we have our party on. That's why we have our party on Sunday after hours for everyone.
Yeah, but my range,
so everyone can enjoy it.
Usually on Sunday is when I'm having to tear down, though, which is really hard for me, unless I have help tearing down. But the new awning I want to do has some. I have plans for making it easier to set up and tear down using wing nuts and bolts instead of screws, which means I just pop it together, wing nut it, boom, done. And it should be fairly sturdy at the same time. But I also want to have more rooms added onto the outside of it so I can expand it to add some stuff like a place to sell archery gear for sale because people ask me about, do you have any bows for sale, any gloves for sale, any arrows for sale, that kind of thing. I would love to be able to do that because it's sad when you have to tell somebody I don't have anything for sale. Because I used to sell bows for a friend of mine, but I have, has stopped making bows. Okay, so sorry about that, folks. Went on a tangent. Jarrett and I haven't had a chance to really do a face-to-face talk in a while. So, but we'll get together. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
Since we were going to be doing the flea market thing, so you can, like I said, you can participate in the $100 challenge if you want to. You don't have to, but you just go there just to hang out with us anyway, because you never.
Right.
It's just a fun place to do, and you don't necessarily have to spend $100 if you can get everything you need for under $100. Man, you got the power. Because, just something like a shelter, something to cook with, it's something to catch fish with. Hey, you're good to go. Maybe start fires from scratch. Who knows? Unless you know how to do flint and steel or something like that. I have no idea. You might find a Fresnel lens there. Like I said, there's so many options. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? Here, let me put that link back in here. And I really hope your gout thing clears up. You said it's in your hand? Jarrett, is it in your hand?
What?
Is the gout in your hand?
No, it's in my big toe this time.
Okay. Okay, so soak your foot in Epsom salt as well as eat apples. Lots of apples. It's my suggestion.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's better than drinking cherry juice all the time. Because I don't like cherry juice, to be honest. Unless it's on top of a hot fudge sundae, I don't want it. Oh, you won't be coming today? Okay. That's fine, Mandy. I hope things are okay. If they're not, let me know. My heart's with you. Go ahead.
I'm going to get off the camera. I can barely hear anything you're saying.
I'm sorry if I'm also talking pretty fast. I have a tendency to do that. But be well, brother. Love you. I'll talk to you in a bit. Come back in the chat. Mandy, like I said, keep me informed. I know what's going on, so please, we'll go from there. We were talking about remedies for gout for Jarrett, who was just on here. Also, the recipes for the cookbook that we were discussing on Tuesday. So today's the day. We were just planning on discussing it. So that's what we got right now. But I was discussing a couple Ren fairs that are coming up, as well as the Watch-Your County Flea Market that Jarrett is going to possibly come up with us and meet with both SD Mountain Man, Ian, and myself. So unless we can find some other people who are interested in doing it as well. Now, if I get a hold of Tyler, that would be an interesting combination for all of us. To do a little mini get-together thing. I don't know if it was next week or this week, because I know it was Thursday. I don't know about next week, because I got some stuff I'm working on. I've been sick, so I've been home, so I had to figure out something. So that's all I could think of. Okay, we can do more. We can talk more about it next week. I'm okay with that. We're kind of doing open chat anyway and discussing remedies for Jarrett's gout. I'm not sure if you have any Australian recipes for that. Cecilia and I and a couple others come up with some interest. I think it was Rob Cornfed had a couple things. So yeah. I'm going to say a lot because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to say next. Cliff is going to be up in a bit. He's finishing up some things. And Molly
At a commercial.
At a commercial.
Aaron.
Aaron. Which Aaron?
Aaron's.
Well, I know
Furniture and
there's Aaron's
stuff.
with an A and there's Aaron's with an E.
AARONS.
Okay, that one. Okay, I know there's two different errands, and they both are kind of outdoor related kind of thing. So I wasn't sure which one.
No, this is a rental and furniture and
The
appliances.
rental place. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Jared had to go down because he was having the internet was sporadic at best.
Right.
But he is going to be coming to the Watcher County Flea Market with us and hanging out. So
That would
yay.
be nice.
I don't know if I can should contact Tyler perhaps. He might be in the area. I'm not sure who else is going to be in the general vicinity in May, early May. I might maybe talk to Dan. Maybe Dan would be a good choice too. But if we just could do a camp out type of thing, okay, Cecilia, thank you for coming and thank you for your ideas and everything. I really appreciate it. I'm sure that Jarrett definitely appreciates it. So, what was for supper, Molly?
I threw a ham bone in with some navy beans, and Jessica's in there making the cornbread to go with it.
Ooh. I mean, if I wasn't able to eat more, I would say that sounds good, but
You're stuffed.
it doesn't take much to stuff me nowadays. I think my stomach shrank when I've been sick lately. So I don't know what else to do about that.
Well, I found a ham at Walmart
I got a
for
beef
$13.
I remember when this is Ren Fair related, mind you. They used to do ham shanks at fair. That people used to buy one of those right near the end of the day and use it to make supper with, because it was like this freaking big.
Right.
You could have like 6 people chew on that thing and never get to the bone. So they just buy it and put it in a pot with beans, like you were talking about, and do it that way. I don't know about making homemade cornbread over the fire or anything like that. I'm sure many people have done it.
Yeah, we've done it. Jason's
I
good
have
at
not,
that stuff.
but that sounds like a good.
Cornbread in a Dutch oven over a fire.
Okay, ginger apple juice. Now that's an interesting, and turmeric. That's a new choice for the gout.
Yeah.
For Jarrett, turmeric's a new one. There we go. I don't know how well it is, but it's got all the ingredients that they talk about. They got ginger, you got apple, and you got honey.
Turmeric is easy.
No. I meant the combination. Yeah. I mean, that's the first combination. That's a good combination. I never heard of it be used for gout though. But if it is, as long as it takes care of the sorbic acid.
What about those patches you put on your feet to detox?
I don't know. I don't know much about them. I've never had gout.
Me neither, but you would think that it would help.
Possibly. But they did mention like soaking in Epsom salt and things like that.
Yeah.
So, if he does a combo, like a shotgun effect, like he does the apples, sodium odd cherry juice, which is making him urinate immensely, which is one of the things he wants to do anyway, because it's your body expelling all those toxins.
Right.
So you could try that. I have no idea. I mean, you could also try a sweat lodge, but that's a whole different thing, different thing as well, because you're sweating the toxins out of your body. So if that would work, might be an option too. Hey, Blake.
Hey, Blake.
But yeah, that's an interesting combo with the turmeric and ginger and apple juice.
Yeah.
And honey for taste. That's not a bad. I mean, it probably tastes a lot better than the cherry juice he's drinking right now. But yeah, whatever
can handle the cherry juice. There's a lot of acid in it.
Well, that's probably what it is. They're trying to break up the ascorbic acid in his blood. That's pooling in his joints near his toes.
I like cranberry juice.
So he's probably going to have to.
Again?
Well, I would always drink it.
Oh.
What was that?
Here, so they don't always drink a lot of it.
I can't hear him.
Who? Oh, he's talking about cranberry juice.
Oh.
And others. I like pomegranate juice, but I'm not paying the price for it.
Right?
I think Blake's got a lot of Boy Scout stuff. Yeah, I know because Rob on the Road was talking about the Boy Scout manual he sent me. I just can't read one of the pages because I just can't get it to come in clear. Even though I've looked at the thing about a dozen times, I still have no idea. Here comes Cliff.
Hi, Cliffy.
Hello, Molly. Hello, Colin. Hello, Jenny.
Jenny's in the other room, incapacitated right now.
No sugar added?
No sugar added.
Okay, good. Oh, that's a blend of 4 juice.
Probably, Paul.
Why, phone, did you decide to do this?
Why? What's the issue?
My freaking just got an update, or whatchamacallit, software update, and then decided my software update gave me some weird program that I don't like or didn't want, and then decided to turn YouTube into dark mode. So now I have to figure out how to un-YouTube dark mode.
That would be
Oh.
That's not that bad. I actually like the dark mode myself. It's easier on my eyes. Jarrett was up here for a little bit before his internet was sporadic at best. But he's going to be joining Ian, me, and Scott at the Watch Your County Flea Market to do our bug out bag thing.
Nice.
So we actually have 4 people so far. Now, it's going to be happening in the first weekend of May is when we're actually filming it. We probably won't release it until later that week. So it's going to be individual videos, so it's going to be interesting to see because Ian's probably going to be on mine because he doesn't have a channel, but we'll have to wait and see. But 20 acres of stuff, I'm sure we could find a bug out bag for 4 people, 4 different bug out bags. So what do you guys think?
I wish I could go.
I wish you could too, but I know you guys can't make it, unfortunately. But
Mostly it's his time off available.
And the drive.
well, I see the Watch Your County Flea Market happens 3 times a year.
It's bad enough we got to give them
It happens in May, August, and October.
Yeah, but I have to have a hotel room. I can't drive all that way.
Oh, I understand. No, but it's every year. It's the same time every year. I don't know when in each days, but it's in the same months every time. So-
Okay.
So that's reliable at least. But just finding a good day when everybody can be there, that's tough. So
I can't afford to drive out there. That shit was expensive the first time.
Yeah,
I
well,
understand that. I can't
I'm
remember.
glad you made it, though.
I'm sure Deb was really glad you made it because you helped save her.
Oh, it saved food.
Yeah,
Hey,
Deb's not running
It's a lot of food that didn't get wasted.
Yeah.
myself.
But I haven't seen her yet, so there we go. Cliff, if you had 20 acres of flea market and the money you didn't have to worry about spending, you could just spend what you needed, $100. What gear would you look for?
I have no idea what they would even have.
In a regular bug out bag? What would you look for?
I don't know.
Military related, Boy Scout related, generic backpacking things?
Probably at the current moment, gardening supplies.
Right?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, you can buy stuff outside the parameters that we're doing because I'm planning on looking for archery stuff just because that's what I like to do anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to be looking for that stuff. But there's going to be a section just for those items I'm picking up for a bug out bag, which I'm going to be using that night. So I'm going to have to try to find a tent of some kind, a sleeping bag of some kind, cookware, and all this other stuff. A fishing pole, possibly, for catching a fish. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out. Oh, look what Molly got, Cliff. the thing that Jenny has, she was making cordage with.
Okay.
A new one came in the mail. She didn't order it. You got a free one.
Nice.
So,
I overpaid her, so she sent me a second one.
oh, she overpaid her, and she gave her a second one. Okay, there you go. So, it's not going to be on its way to Molly. So she can make cordage too. So there's that. Now, the only thing I would probably worry about is try to, if you have to cook with some kind of oil or something like that, try to what you're going to use,
Right.
I mean, if you're lucky and you could find butter in one of the vendors that are selling food, like a prepackaged butter or something like that to cook in, that would probably be allowed. But that's about all I can tell you. Because you're not going to be finding like canola oil unless someone's actually making canola oil and selling it, But
Camping, you'll need power and medical equipment.
a first aid kit, yes.
No, medical equipment.
Well, they do have first aid kits. I've seen them. Not new first aid kits, mind you. Generally, the stuff's expired or soon to be expired stuff. I have seen borderline expired jerky. That's not, but then again, jerky can go beyond the expiration date a little bit. It's just sell by dates. But you got to be careful though.
It's dehydrated meat. This stuff lasts way longer than they tell you it will.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, some people sell that stuff, and you never know what you're going to find there.
Yeah, Jason needs power for his CPAP machine too, Jarrett.
Okay, so that'd be interesting if someone. I have seen generators for sale, but I don't know if anybody has like the little solar
Not for
generator.
$100, no.
Not for $100. That's me taking the whole thing. But yeah,
You'll have to get a campsite with power.
probably. We'd have to look around and see what kind of campsites that have both power and that kind of thing. Because I'll be camping in a tent, no matter what. So if I find a decent, even a generic pup tent, that's something. Now, if it rains, I'll probably be soaked, but you never know.
Right.
But then again, like Ian found that hammock. You didn't know he had it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say but that thing was a mesh net. There was no cover on it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if he would have probably looked around, he probably could have found a tarp, really cheap tarp somewhere to go over it. But then again, it took how many of us to get it up? Because it didn't have the proper strapping or anything.
Because he bought the thing and didn't realize that it needed cordage.
He didn't know what it was until we put it up. He thought it was a tent.
Technically, it was a hammock tent, but it was still a weird one.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I was at Goodwill here in town, and they actually had a hammock for sale
Oh,
for
nice.
$10. I did not buy it because I don't like hammocks. They're not comfortable. But that's something we could figure out later down the road. That would be something we'd have to figure out for him. Because Jarrett's issue would be something we'd have to take into account. Or if we could find a inverter there that we could hook up to one of the vehicles, go that route.
Well, if you have an inverter. But you have to have a pretty decent sized inverter to run most of that stuff.
Well, I'm sure, but the thing is, you can find
Might
lots
drain
of
the battery.
It would probably, because I mean he's got his Jeep. Don't most Jeeps have plugins?
They usually have 12-volt plugins, but that's like cigarette lighter or whatnot.
Yeah. I don't think it would be enough. Using a plug-in inverter like that wouldn't work for like a CPAP machine or anything like that.
You're going to need a 1,500 to 2,000 watt inverter for something like that.
Like I said, one of the things we're going to look up is campgrounds near Watch Here, Iowa.
Well, what's that new one Jenny found?
That one is in the totally opposite direction.
Oh, okay.
That's in Erlen. Yeah, because the Earlham is west of Des Moines, and Watch Here is east of Des Moines,
Right. Okay.
about 2 hours east of Des Moines. 112-volt plug. Okay. Well, let's see. Belvedere Campground is like the closest one near Sigourney. And it does have electrical outlets. I don't know. Oh, it does have a website. Cool.
Tab settings. I don't have a settings button in here.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yep. They do have modern sites. So $20 a night. You know, they'll have electric. So there you go.
Guys, quiet.
Quiet.
So there you go. You have showers.
So much better.
All that stuff is good. So we're and they're hunting and fishing. That's good too.
Heck,
That would
yeah.
actually cover
We already
everything.
booked our campsite for the Mid America meetup
Yeah.
in Arkansas.
Oh, by the way, did you hear what someone found more than $500,000 diamond
Yes.
at that camp, Diamond Crater State Park?
Yeah. That's
Holy
cool.
cow! Yeah, that's this year so far. So like, holy freaking cow! So yeah,
No.
I'm gonna definitely have to get. Oh man, I have to look at more of their pictures and see what they got.
Yeah, we got lucky and got one with water power next to the bathrooms. Because that's important for me.
Oh, I bet. Let's see. There's even a beach. if you want to go swimming, that is.
No.
It's a 1,669 acre park.
Not in the middle of winter.
Say what? No, not right now. But in this, when the time period of what we're
In
doing
May.
is going to be in May, so it's going to be open.
Is it Elkhorn?
Maybe. Elkhorn.
But that's a big park.
I was at Elkhorn and Greenback.
16. That's almost a
That's where
1,700
our apartment
acre
was, remember?
park. You get lost on that one.
I can't get lost in the woods. I'm not going to get lost at a water park.
And,
Well, this is just a regular Lake Belvedere Park. So they have electricity. So we're good. I think we're going to use that one because it's the closest one in proximity to where we're going to be. Because if I want to go back the second day and just look around the second day, because the last day is free.
Yeah,
So-
well, you need to book that ahead of time.
Oh yeah, plan to. Yeah, because Ian and me will
Ours is already sold out. You can't get a campsite at the Mid American meetup anymore.
yeah, they
Oh
sold
no! I know that because of all the people who are involved. But I don't know much about Lake Belvedere except I think my dad took me fishing there once, but that was a long time ago. So, yeah,
What in the hamster?
I just got to figure out how to book a site there. But they have hunting and fishing available down there. So, 1,300 acres of it is open to public hunting. Holy freaking cow! They have pheasants, deer, rabbit, squirrel, and turkey, and waterfowl. Wow! If we do it during hunting season, oh my gosh! Definitely a catch and cook type of situation. But that would be something like that. Would Ian and I would come up on a Friday and camp Friday and Saturday. That way we would, have our own campsite set up first night, then do our whatever we find the second night. Hey, you got better weather for camping than I do, Blake.
Not recently. You got some shit weather down there.
Define that compared to me.
Yeah, you can still camp in the snow. It's really a pain in the butt to camp in muddy, wet, cold, rainy, and windy.
We're at 42 degrees. here.
I've camped in that before.
Oh, so have I. But the thing is, our snow is melting faster than anything else. But later this month, it's supposed to get down to the -6s again, the negatives again.
Yeah, so everything's going to be freezing.
Yep.
That doesn't
So
sound-
yeah, we've Lake Belvedere has got power for you, Jarrett. So you should be good to go.
Well, that's nice.
So we're gonna make sure he's safe with his breathing apparatus, so he'll be fine.
The last video I put up today was the bees one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I still have one more than.
Hey, Big Mike, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, Mike?
He had to take his brother to the emergency room the other day, and for back problems, he said. But I've seen people who have back problems who say they have back problems end up being heart problems. So, good news, bad news. Is your brother okay? Because you never answered my question on Facebook.
I don't think Moose is there anymore.
My doctor put me on new medication and an insulin.
Oh,
And
fun.
before you eat, you test
Whoa.
to see if
Okay, good.
much insulin to take, and I haven't had to use it yet. I'm low enough.
That's
I
good.
spent all that money pretty much for nothing.
Well, it's better to be safe than sorry, though. Right?
Yeah, right. But I don't have to use it, which is cool.
Well, like I said, better to have it than not need it, than need it and not have it.
Right. So I'm excited. That's cool. The pills are doing the job without the insulin.
Well, there you go.
Shut up. His back still hurts. Not
Yeah,
hurt.
that's what I said. Yeah, but I'm glad it's not his heart, though.
Okay, good.
That would suck. But oh man, I found out there's like 4 or 5 different new fairs, Ren fairs in the area, and there's the flea market coming up, and all this other stuff going on, and I have a good chance to get all the money I need and then and more to cover everything that needs to be fixed, which
That's
I'm really happy
exciting.
about. That is, and that's not. I didn't even figure it out. Someone told me about it, so
Are
it's
you
even
going
better.
to the Ren Fair in Greenfield?
I don't know about the Greenfield one. I know about the one in what was it again? Denmark. There's one in Fairfield. There's one in.
I've always
the
wanted to go to
Greenfield-
Denmark.
The Denmark one is in southeast Iowa, down near
Never mind.
extreme southeast
I
Iowa.
went to Germany.
Yeah, I'm in Germany.
No, I've been to Germany, been there, done that. The Greenfield one, I don't plan on doing that one. I am planning on trying to go up to the Sioux Falls Renaissance Fair, so I can hook up and hang out with Scott and his wife at the Renaissance Fair up there, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I have not been to that one. I've been invited for my range there multiple times. I just haven't had a chance to be able to go.
Oh, it's on Mother's Day.
So I'll have to. Hey, Lori, how you doing?
Lori, how's it going?
We're postponing the recipe thing for Maddie's sake until next week. So she's not in the mood to talk about that kind of thing today. So that's okay. Now, I don't know if we're going to do an herbal remedy book or not because liability issues, but we can also put disclaimers. So home remedies are just what they are, home remedies. They may work, they may not.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But-
I like that,
What was that, Cliff?
just talking to my phone. Since that update, everything's all weird over here.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nice. It's gonna be cold on the weekend, but
No, not Riversance. Riversance is in Sioux City. I said Sioux Falls. Siouxland. I did Riversance. I was one of the first vendors at I was a vendor at the first one when they first did that one up in Sioux City, Iowa. I'm going a little bit further north to South Dakota,
Ooh, I do not like this.
Oh, okay.
but that one is for Jenny and me just to go. There's it would just be something for us to go experience because I've never been there. The Fairfield Renaissance Fair will be for me to go check it out and hang out with my daughter because she didn't realize there was one in her area.
Oh, okay.
So I get to hang out with my daughter and my grandson. So there's that. So my whole family is going to be hanging out down there. And we always like looking at the vendors, seeing what kind of interesting stuff we can find, that kind of thing. I heard every pop there, Cliff.
Nothing's popped. You heard my chair.
Oh.
Nothing popped. Probably
Every time I do it, I got to sound like snap, crackle, pop.
Probably just heard my table squeaking.
Possibly. Or your chair, like you said. Yeah, got an itchy foot. Dang it.
I just realized I'm like, sorry, I'm in short mode apparently.
I was wondering why I was.
There we go.
That's
Now I'm
better.
in short mode.
No, Cliff, when was the last time you went to the Denver Renaissance Fair? It was like years ago, like 10 years ago or something like that?
Shit.
That's one of the bigger ones. I've heard about that one, but I've never been to that one.
God, I want to say 99, but that's when I got that poster signed again by the artist.
That's over 26 years ago.
No, I've gone sooner than that. I think it's been about 10 or 15 years, something like 10, about 10 or 12 years. Like, it's been a hot minute.
Do you miss going?
Oh, I do. I love that Renaissance Fair, man. I'll be out there for like 6 to 8 hours. We just walk around.
You don't realize how long you've been there until it's like.
Oh, no, I know how long I've been there because we usually get there when the gates open, like right at
No,
the
I mean, when I go to places like that, I don't pay attention to the time because that's not the whole point. You're supposed to immerse yourself into the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, and it's so cool just to experience things like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Larkspur Ren Fair, that one's a huge one. That's a big venue.
Blake is planning on going to a Comic-Con in Atlanta. I've heard about that one.
Oh, yeah, the Comic-Con, that's a big one.
I have not been to that one either, but I would love to go. It's not as big as the one in San Diego, but there's San Diego, then there's the New York one. I've heard of the Atlanta one. They're not doing another one in Des Moines for any long time soon that I know of, which really sucks, which I like. There's one in Kansas City, and a couple others, smaller ones.
Denver's got one too, but it's not really big.
No. Oh, Dragon Con is not technically a big con. It's a small one. And there's Anime Fest and things like that, but I'm not into that kind of thing. But anywhere where I can go.
Boat shows.
Huh?
Boat and RV shows.
I don't go to those.
I've been to a lot of those.
I used to go to those things all the time because, dude, you get to see all the kind of like new RVs. You get to kind of go walk around inside of them, check them out, see what they're coming out for the new season. Some of the boats, pretty nice boats.
Yeah, I worked for the Mesa RV for a while, and I used to drive the new ones and park them in the stadiums.
Yeah,
And the
I like going to the RV and boat shows. Those are fun.
I usually go to the Deer Classic every year, but that's usually in May. So I might try that this year.
I've gone to a few gun shows.
I don't go to the gun shows, which is really weird. But I go to the Deer Classic, which is a lot of bows mostly. But they do have some firearms, but mostly bows.
I feel you on that one now, Lori. I can't afford half this shit nowadays. That's why I don't go anywhere. That's why most of the time I spend my time at work, Home Depot, and at my house.
Yeah, me too. Jason,
And on here.
with Jason's work schedule, it's hard to get away.
Oh, yeah, especially because you don't have weekends available.
No. He's thinking about changing his days off to Wednesday, Thursday, so he can stay up late on Wednesdays.
Right.
He wants to be like Cliff.
Should we do Wednesday, Thursdays? We might have to meet somewhere in the middle. Leave Tuesday afternoon, meet somewhere in the middle, and just hang out for 2 days.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'd save up for that.
What?
If you were to get Wednesday, Thursdays off,
Yeah.
he's saying that we should get together halfway. Cliff. halfway between us and Cliff.
Which unfortunately would still be in Texas, so I'm gonna have to set foot on Texas soil.
Hey, Scott,
What up, Scotty Scott?
You can meet
what's
up in the
wrong? If you're
Wallet
about
corner.
dead, what happened? And by the way, Lori, do you have any like flea markets or anything going on in your area? Just curious. By the way, Scott, we have another person who's interested in coming with us to do our bug out bag thing. So, yay, we got an extra person. And I found a park. I just got to see about reservations for it.
Right.
I'm good at finding places. And it's interesting though. I got to see if I can see about.
SP is about dead, but he's
that's what
here.
He said. Okay.
Whooped and work and weather whooped.
Yeah, he had a long day today.
I can imagine.
Mine wasn't nearly as bad. It felt longer, but like I was outside at like 11:30 and I was finished by like 5:30, which was only like 6 hours, maybe 7 hours.
Huh.
Well, Lori got 2 commercials back to back, so that's nice.
I've got C's candy.
They're expensive, but they got some damn good candy.
Yeah, they do.
I'm
We've got
trying
one,
to find.
we have one. I can't say it's local, but we have one here. It's about a 20-30 minute drive to get to it.
County parks, though. That might not be it.
Might consider going down there just to get some damn peanut brittle, like good peanut brittle.
And I got Taonga, which is a farming video game.
Oh, one of those. Yeah, some of those I swear are like for people with like no attention span, where you just push a button and let everything does automatically.
Right?
It's like the sad version of Farmville.
Yeah, it is. I played
what was
Farmville a long time ago.
Farmstead, something like that. 14. It was from like PS2 or PS4. No, PS3. Yeah, PS3 or PS4. They had a actual farm simulator.
Okay.
So you could drive around growing your own farm and crops. I'm just like, why would I want to do that? I'd rather just try to actually get a farm. Well, not really, but I don't know what the heck I would do a farm.
Scooter.
Jason gonna smack the crap out you.
We don't hit our animals. And if you hit him, he thinks you're playing with him. He's a good boy. He just
Keokuk County. Okay.
barks at everything.
No, that is not a mouse.
Shut up. He's growling at Jessica. There's noise in the kitchen.
Depends on how they've got the live stream set up, Lori. Sometimes it's in the middle, sometimes it's at the beginning.
That's my poo.
For like every 15 or 30 minutes.
That's my
Well,
poo.
oh, yeah, I have it set up for every 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's my.
I didn't
poo.
want to do random because after Rob had 25 in less than an hour, it was a little much.
You are not Rob.
So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, random is terrible.
I didn't want to do random, so. Let's see here.
They do have Race to the Outhouse from the Tractor Challenge.
That's a horrible one because that outhouse is usually about a half a mile down the road because you're on the other side of the back 40.
Right?
Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Hey, Sean.
Yes, doing well, doing safe. I am doing well and safe.
Okay.
She must be talking about the puppy.
Sorry, I'm just
She's
looking at.
lately getting
um,
bigger.
Sean's at home. That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, SD, we found a place that has camping, has electric, has showers, has water, and primitive camping as well as camper camping. Because Jarrett he's actually thinking about just pulling his whole RV all the way over there first for the weekend.
Okay.
Well, it's an idea. He just pull in, hook up, and he's good to go.
That's funny, Lori. Considering the last 2 days I've been inhaling dust, and
That's
Like,
probably what you probably got a lot of dust in your lungs.
oh yeah, dust. My dad's been out there sandblasting shit for the last 3 days, so there's all
What's he sandblasting?
the squirrel cage for the swamp cooler.
Okay.
Getting that all cleaned up and de-rusted so it would perform a little better. Hard to spin that thing when it's got all that rust on there.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been cleaning that thing all winter long.
Oh, I just found a cheat thing we could do possibly. We just rent a cabin.
Bunk bed and a
Yeah.
full size bed.
No, this one actually has. Let me read it to you. What it has. Just this for cabin number one. It has 2 twin beds, a queen bed, and a pull-out couch. It includes cookware, bedding, and towels, etc. must be brought in. Full bathroom, shower, and electricity. Now, how much it cost? Okay, $70 a night with a 2-night minimum stay, and with a $100 refundable cleaning deposit. So $170. And you've got like 4 guys staying in there. That covers everything. You know, it doesn't cost much for everybody.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Mandy, welcome back. But yeah, open year round. So
Like,
the
not even-
amenities.
a little less than $50, like $45 a person.
Mm-hmm. Modern cabin with full kitchen, queen size bed, pull-out couch, 2 twin beds, and it has AC, fire ring, heating, microwave, a picnic table, refuse cans, shower facilities, table and chairs, handicap accessible, and all that stuff. So,
Except for
There
the
you-
one drawback on Colan's side because he has to pay for himself and Ian.
yep. Well, the thing is, with 4, at least even 3 adults, a third of 170 is still cheaper than paying 170 altogether. You know,
It's like $45 a person.
that's still not bad. And that would give us a place to crash. People who had need AC would have AC, or the electricity for their things.
Life
And that-
devices.
Yeah. And it's enough for 4 guys. We just have to put up with each other for at least a day or two, and that kind of thing. But that's better than camping out if you didn't have to. But unless you want to show off your stuff that you found, then you got that part too. You just set it up outside and go that route.
Yeah.
Especially since you're doing a video about it anyway. So that's we'd be mostly doing that. We'd have a place to charge our devices. And the fact is, I've never stayed in a cabin.
Oh, I
I've
have.
always, I know you guys have, but I've always gotten a tent because that's what I used. I haven't been slept in a camper since I was 15.
I stayed in cabins, but not your
I lie.
traditional cabins.
I lie. When I was part of the National Guard for a while, I had to stay in a truck camper during a flood. But that's it, because there was no other place for me.
Oh,
But there you go. Well,
Oh yeah, it's
I found one that's available all year round in Lake Belvedere, and we could get it. It's not too far from the Watcher County Flea Market. Ian and I could come in on a Friday and crash there, one night, and we have it through Friday through Sunday. So we come in, and everybody comes in. We have room for everybody.
Nice.
And we have power, that kind of thing. That's we have a kitchen, we can cook food, and it'd be glamping for me, but I would be able to actually have time to take part of looking at the entire flea market. I can also look at it again before Ian and I go home.
If you can walk it.
That's the only thing. It's between now and then is if my knee gets fixed or if I'm going to be using my brace and a cane. But I'll still do it. But give me time.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
You better believe it. It's one of my favorite places to go, and I love exploring and looking at new things and seeing what I can find. And there's stuff there that, people think is junk, which stuff that we see is actual treasure.
Right.
Because whether it's for prepping or survival or whatever, they have it there, and people just think it's just old junk. It's like the old trench lighters. Those things can run on anything. From perfume.
Blood.
Huh?
I said except for human blood.
If that person's an alcoholic, you never know what kind of alcohol content.
No, your BAC would have to be higher than your freaking body weight.
I was joking, and so were you. But you know what I mean. But any flammable fluid it would use, from perfume to straight.
I would not ever want to even if I ever ran across somebody that put perfume in a trench lighter, they're getting kicked in the nuts.
But if that's the fuel they had available and it worked.
Oh, sorry, man.
That's what you'd use.
Yeah, no, you don't put perfume in a trench lighter because you could smell that for miles away, and they're gonna know exactly where your ass is at.
Well, you're not. It's an option. I said it's not necessarily what you would want to use. You could use wood grain alcohol. You could use Everclear, whatever you have. But if it gets you a fire started, that's all that matters, right?
Right.
Because those things can run on pretty much gasoline, even. Really? Because my favorite part about flea markets is that you get to bargain. You can find stuff for free just in the trash. Because people throw the weirdest things away that they don't think is worth anything.
Right.
And as the adage always says, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And we found some really valuable stuff tossed away because people didn't know what it was. Ian's found fishing poles in the trash.
Yeah.
Why? Because they didn't think they were worth anything. So they threw them away.
Darn right, a bag of Doritos for fire starter. Actually, the corn chips work better.
Corn chips and cheese puffs.
Cheese puffs don't light on fire as well as you think they do. I've tried to remember.
Right.
It depends if you use the crunchy ones or the puffy ones.
I've only tried the puffy ones.
It's the same things. No, the ones that work. You want
Tostitos corn chips.
Plain Doritos or like corn chips. Those work
corn chips.
best.
Well, corn chips always work. Yeah, they always work. You can eat some and then save some for fire starting.
I saw that on Big Bang Theory.
Both Lori's are in here now. They both said the same thing. But yeah, those would be both good fire starters. I mean, who knows? We might actually find a military survival kit at this thing because you never know what you can find here. And if your budget was a lot higher than $100, I'm sure you could probably buy a firearm. Because I know at least one vendor that keeps coming back every year. And I have seen black powder rifles come up for sale, bows come up for sale, lots and tons of fishing poles and fishing gear, tents, backpacks, military stuff, you name it. I've found it there.
Does it actually show up on here? No, it does not.
You get a suntan?
No, I'm mushing my comb into my arm to see if it would leave it. It left a pattern, but it's not visible on the computer.
All right.
Oh,
really? I've had the stomach flu all week, but I'm feeling better now. I can't eat very much, but I'm feeling better now.
I'm immortal because bacteria and fungus can't live on the stuff that I consume on a daily basis, so it just goes into my system and just dies.
Right.
And next thing you know, you're going to be so wishing you were dead type feeling.
Third time.
3 times?
That's
Did he get?
ridiculous.
Did he get vaccinated?
Could be a false positive.
Well, I don't know. 3 times. That's a lot for one person. Or he keeps on coming in contact with the same person who is a carrier. Oh, wow.
And the
I
booster.
had it once. That's after I had my shot.
I've had it a couple times at least.
I know. Cliffy, quit smiling because you know you're susceptible just like anybody else.
No,
You're
I'm not. 'Cause if I was, I would have.
You're not immune. You're
Well,
not
yeah,
immune.
Everybody at work got it. I ate lunch with my boss the same day he came down with it, and his was a severe case. My parents both had it. I'm the only one that hasn't had it.
Maybe you're the carrier.
I'm not the carrier. I'm immune to everything. Again,
Most
this
carriers
stuff-
are immune to what they have.
Yeah.
I never had any symptoms. No, like
You don't.
they've all had
Most
the
carriers
symptoms.
don't.
I don't carry nothing because nothing survives in my system. That's why I never get sick.
I heard about a case of a guy who was a typhoid carrier, but he had no symptoms, none. But he was toxic to everybody else.
Yeah, I'm immortal and immune to everything.
Yeah, famous last words, dude. Sorry to say, it happens.
No, famous last words for me are gonna be like, "Damn it, wrong switch."
Right.
Or what's this button do?
They told me to pull this lever.
Wrong lever, crunk. Pull the lever, crunk. Wrong lever. Scott, if you're in here still, if you're awake, did you hear what I said about the cabin? As a possibility. Oh, I'll definitely be bringing cleaning supplies, that kind of thing. Make sure the place is cleaner than I left it, that I found it. I mean, trash bags, the whole 9 yards. Systematic, yeah. I've heard about that. Watch out for strangers with swords.
It is in May.
Yeah, May 1st. It's going to be the first weekend in May. The fair is, the flea market is, let me back it up here.
Look, we're still sitting outside.
May 2nd through the 5th. But I would be getting the cabin from Friday to Sunday. So 2 nights. We'll be leaving on Sunday. So Ian and I would probably end up going up on Friday, getting in there, getting things set up. Then the guys would show up, and then we'd go to the flea market the next day, spend all day there, back to the cabin that night with the stuff that we found. And then we would do videos about what we found, do a catch and cook at the lake. There's supposed to be a really good lake there. And if that doesn't work, we can always buy food and cook it in the kitchen. We don't have to cook it outside. We could just use the kitchen.
Bottle's colder than the water.
As long as we bring our own cookware, or unless we find cookware there, we use that instead.
Yeah, you're gonna find cookware there. You better find a scrubby.
Right.
Like I said, I'll be bringing cleaning supplies, which includes Dawn dishwasher liquid, and scrubby pads. Because I've actually found Scotch scrubby pads brand new there.
Yeah.
As well as laundry soap and dish soap and things like that. Because, like I said, you can find pretty much
people sell weird stuff.
People sell weird stuff.
They sell normal stuff, but it's weird. Like, why are you selling an entire box of Tide soap?
But for $1.
Yeah, I was like, because that box was like 25, 30, almost $30.
But the thing is, they sell the little laundromat versions. A box of the laundromat box this detergent. Just why? Just because that's what they've got. All you need is one. They get it for a quarter. Hey, there you go. But
Funny thing is, you can't even buy those in the store. I've never seen them at the store. You have to buy them online.
It's too far
I've seen them at flea markets.
for us.
Yeah, you see them at the flea markets, but
They're
again,
camping
you buy them
trips.
online.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I mean, I think they probably picked them up at an estate sale or even a storage locker sale or something.
No, because I did that one time. The funny thing is, if you have a Granger in your area, you can buy that stuff.
I like
No
Granger.
Grangers. There's no Grangers here.
That's too bad. Granger's a good thing to have in your back.
No, we might have something
Granger.
similar to Granger, but not Granger itself. Because I'm sure there's probably places like that sell the supplies and stuff.
But he
but,
doesn't have one near him.
oh.
Not in Iowa.
I got a Granger about 6 minutes from work.
Right now, I'm just going to see about how much it would, when I could
Hold on.
reserve one of those cabins. So that way I would be able to do that.
You got to pay for it.
I could reserve it and then pay for it when I get there, or when it gets closer, someone gives me the money and I pay for it like we did before.
Yeah, that was easier for us.
Yeah. But this would be just for a cabin. It's not overly big or anything like that, but it does have an outdoor fire pit, which we can hang out and sit around that during the night. And it does have an outdoor grill, kitchen on the inside.
This cabin wouldn't by any chance happen to be in the woods, would it?
Well, you want to see a picture?
In the woods, right?
Here's the
Somebody
picture.
got my joke.
That's it.
Oh,
It's the only picture I have.
woods.
It's the only picture I have. So it's handicap accessible. So that's what I'm trying to find out. If it's, we'll have to call for availability. But there's like 5 different cabins we can choose from. So as long as we get one of them, it doesn't matter which one. But I could, see about getting one reserved and pay for it when we get closer. That way, I don't have to sleep on the ground if I don't have to.
But sleeping on the ground is so fun.
Oh, it is. Don't get me wrong, but I remember when I slept at the gathering, I had my futon, mattress and everything, so I was comfortable. But I get Ian could have a bed to sleep in, and we still have the pull-out couch and stuff like that. So there we go. I've seen dental tools for sale. They make great cleaning kits for firearms. And I've seen rifle cleaning kits and all this other stuff too. But I've already got one, so I don't need another one. No, there's no canyon that I know of. I've never been to Belvedere Park since I was a kid. It definitely didn't have cabins there when I was there. That's been over 20 some years, almost maybe 30. No, even further than that, because I was in my teens back in the day. So, yeah, it was a long time ago.
What, you were in your teens back in the day?
Well, when I was there with my dad, when we would go hunting, and Lake Belvedere was open to hunting, and we used to go down near Sigourney to go hunting. So I don't know if we'd been at that particular one or is it closer to Sigourney itself. But I used to go camping a lot in Sigourney, or a place called Lake Yenorogus, a lot when I was younger. So I don't know. Literally, I was probably 40 some years ago. So it's kind of hard to tell. So I got to get a hold of Scott, get a hold of Jarrett. Ian, he would go with me no matter what. So he's planning on going anyway. So I'm his ride. but he's got to come up with his own money between now and then. I'm not paying for him. I might pay for the room because we're getting part of that, but that's it. He's paying for his own way in and the money for his stuff. But then again, he might get lucky because he's a really good scrounger. He might find everything he needs for under $20.
Time to buy a new one.
A new phone?
Flashlight. This thing's toast.
I'm still planning on buying a new Olight. But I just have to have the money for it. It's a $20 one. That's all I need is get a simple $20 one, just like the one you gave me.
Thank you.
I got to check.
$20 when I got them because I always get stuff on sale. Those flashlights are like 25, almost $30.
I'm going to see if I can check with Scott, see if he'd be interested in it. Okay. I just sent him a message on Instagram. I haven't seen him post in here for a while because I know he was tired. He does what Jason used to do.
Pest control?
Pest control. So he's been pretty busy lately.
Hey! I think I got it to work now. I spoke too soon.
So if anybody's interested, I would like to hear your guys' opinion. What would be the things that you would like to see in a bug out bag? I'm sure Cliff would probably say flashlight.
Why would I need that in a bug out bag? I already got 4 on me.
No. Remember, you're starting with from scratch. You don't have one. You're not using any gear you already own.
Oh, I'm definitely finding a flashlight.
Okay, so I would start with a pack, and then make sure whatever I can find fits in that pack. Because without the
I'm
pack,
starting with a flashlight.
huh?
I'm starting with a flashlight or a lantern.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure I can find the fuel for the lantern, because that's going to be the other problem.
Unless it snacks, that's part of it. I mean, if you could find a guy selling MREs or even cheapy snacks for sale, which I've seen at most flea markets.
I wouldn't put it past him to sell stuff like that at a flea market. I've seen that there myself.
Yeah, jerky is very common in bulk.
Yeah, I usually find that at regular vendors, like the food vendors. They'll just have like.
I would buy a purse.
Some what?
You'd buy a purse anyway.
Buy a purse.
Buy a purse.
Yeah. If you need something, it's always in the woman's purse.
Well, I have seen satchels. Satchels are common. I actually bought a satchel for $15, which I gave to Pepper because
Nice.
I didn't have a proper use for it, so she used it better for her little bug out bag thing. So, yeah.
That ham was salty.
So snacks are a good choice. A flashlight's a good choice. A bag or satchel is something easy to carry.
Pork roast.
Mhm.
So I would probably go for like a regular backpack or a military style backpack because I know that those were for sale for like $40 when I was there last time. So that was last year. So this year should be about the same, maybe if I get lucky. Now finding a fishing pole or anything else for the other thing, the catch and cook part, that's Ian might find another pocket fisherman. Who knows? Or one of those little pen fishing poles. Stranger things have been found. But yeah.
Grab an aluminum can.
He could find a cast net too. I have seen cast nets at this flea market. Now, if you got something with a cast net, that's still catch and cook.
Yeah.
But that would mean you get a wider area. But you got to be able to see what you're catching too, because you just can't just throw it anywhere. You don't want to get it snagged on underwater obstruction or something.
That's the risk you run when you do cast net.
That's true. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see. But the thing is, a cast net would fit inside a pack easier than a fishing pole.
And cast net's going to take up a lot of room. And it's going to weigh about 5 to 10 times more than a fishing pole.
The one that Catfish Mike did at the first get together that I had, his cast net was only this big and it weighed less than 5 pounds.
Yeah, yes, that was a small cast net.
Like I said, I haven't seen like freaking huge ones or seine nets or anything like that. Just a simple cast net.
And Columbia PFG.
But the thing is, that's an option. But I've seen tons of fishing poles, fishing lures, and other fishing gear, like thousands and thousands of them.
Oh, and I did find my bush buddy.
Yeah, where was it?
It's in my truck where I figured it would be.
Where in the truck?
Inside my cook set.
Ah. Well, at least you know where it's at. That would be interesting if you went to a flea market and found a bush buddy for really cheap. You probably keep
I found an
yourself.
original one. I'm just going to skip down Scam Dippy. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I've seen lots of lighters, which is like Zippos and trench lighters and things like that. I mean, but the thing is, you find a simple, cheap Bic lighter there that still has fuel in it, snag it. That's surefire right there. Unless you find box matches. I've actually found mason jars full of matches.
I forgot
Yeah,
people did that.
Remember people used to buy them, get the matches, just throw them in mason jars and seal them up?
You would just have a big old jar full of matches.
That still counts.
Yeah, you never leave them in the sun or on the windowsill because then they'd catch on fire and explode.
Now, it is what it is. But I've seen them, the regular folding type matches or the stick matches, both of them, both in mason jars. But I don't know if they had the strikers in there or not, but I really wasn't paying attention too closely back in the day, but.
No, that's because what they used to do is they would cut it off and then they would glue it to the top of the inside of the lid.
It's not good.
That's a good idea, though.
So you
Okay, it
would
is.
take it, you want to unscrew it, your striker would be on the inside of the lid, you'd pull out a match or two and you right there and you put that sucker right back on the thing.
I did, but I didn't add salt. I only added pepper.
Unless you find like the Strike Anywhere matches, which are even better. Love finding those.
They're a pain in the butt to find because technically they kind of stopped manufacturing them due to the fact that they would just randomly light on fire in your pockets.
I got two big boxes of them,
I know, so do I.
brand new. Got them at the store.
They're sitting here. I'm going to touch the little ones too.
Then I've got my emergency ones, but the thing is, here I'll show you which brand I got here.
I've got the ones that Blake left in my truck, or that somehow ended up in my truck.
Mm.
And yeah, them freaking storm matches, man. I love those things. I've only used like 2 of them.
These right here.
Yeah, I got boxes of those too. Oh, you got the long ones though.
Yeah. And I still got tons left, as you can see. But they're simple little Strike Anywhere matches, which are really awesome. I'm just going to help.
Ad.
Okay. You got an ad?
No, I said Jason got an ad.
Oh, he said that like
I don't
2
get
minutes ago.
ads. I keep telling you people this.
I don't. At the moment, I do not get ads, but I probably will next month. Sometime later this month, I will get ads.
He got Midway USA.
Okay. So I would be looking like for tarps or tents or something like that. I could use for part of the bug out bag, canteens or water bottles, that kind of thing. First aid kits, some kind of cookware. But there's usually tons of backpacking stuff everywhere. Cast iron is plentiful at flea markets.
Yes, it is.
And depending on where, if you go through a guy who has got nothing but, you see a guy with a whole bunch, but nothing but cast iron, you avoid him. because he's a strict one-trick pony, and he sells those things for a ton of money.
And he knows what he's got.
Exactly. But you go find someone who's got one that needs a little work, that's okay. Go with that one. Because Ian found his hand crank grinder, knife sharpener.
Yeah.
He had to tear it apart, clean it out, oil it up, but he got it working again for $1. It just clamps down onto a table. But, so that kind of thing, is invaluable for that much. And I've seen coffee grinders for $1, not the hand crank ones, unfortunately, but the electric ones for $1, like everywhere. Oh man, I've seen washing machines. Yeah, the things you wouldn't expect to see there, you see them there. I mean, this is one of those things you'd hope to see it on a TV show, saying, flea market finds type of situation. If I had enough video memory to do it, I would do the entire park. But there's no freaking way I can. That's just too big to do in one day. Can't. Not by myself, anyway.
You want my cornbread?
No.
So
Huh?
I'm going to go with the 10 Cs
Oh, I'm not
right
hungry.
off the bat, though, Cliff, and just see what I can do. Cordage is going to be a part of it, too. I've seen lots of the tar twine, number 36 bank line. They sell that a lot there,
It's so hot.
and everything else. So you never know what you're finding until you get there. And sometimes you have to think outside the box for some things. So you never know what, like I said, anything's possible. And sometimes you have to go around 2 or 3 times because you don't know what someone's going to put something else out that wasn't there the first time.
Axe or saw, what would be your main preference?
Say what?
Axe or saw, main preference.
Good thing to see if I can
Probably an axe.
glass.
I've seen more axes than saws, except for the big giant two-person cross-cut saw, which is way too much for someone to carry. Now,
Right.
if I could find a folding bow saw, that would be amazing. But I don't always you don't see those.
I'd go with a standard bow saw. I'd rather take sometimes it's better to have a saw than an axe, but an axe can double as a hammer. You also run the risk of cracking your handle.
True, but the thing is, you go with what you can find. I mean, Ian's found 2 of the bow saws he has there. So, and they weren't. One was like one about that big, and the other one was like even bigger. But those they're very unwieldy, and you can't really protect yourself from the blade too much.
Oh yeah, you can. It's called don't stick your hand near the blade.
Right?
No, when you're packing it, the blade is uncovered. It's not.
No,
How do
they
you cover the
usually
blade
have a
when you
little
pack it?
protective plastic cover.
Well, not at the flea markets. They come as they are. So you got to figure out something like that, either duct tape or something to cover it up. But
It's a piece of leather with a couple snaps on it.
well, what if they don't have that? What if you don't have that?
Well, there's acres. You should be able to find that.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what I'm going to find because if it's like a needle in a haystack after that. But there's a lot of stuff there that has nothing to do with the kind of thing I will like, because these like collectibles for like sci-fi collectibles, not my thing.
No.
I love the antique stuff, love that because that stuff could cross over in many different fields. If anybody need canning jars, that's like a mint place to find them. But just for a bug out bag, you just need a basic backpack and the 10 Cs basically. You carry them all, and try to get everything under $100. That's going to be the trick. So, but that's one thing you could actually bargain at the flea markets. People, you say this price, and you can say, "Would you take this instead?" And sometimes they do.
Shh.
That's how I got my Zepto 808
Bring the regular pouch, right?
for $5.
You're not going to feed them the beans?
So,
Between them or sodium.
and I
Okay.
got my satchel that I gave to Pepper for $15. But it was a brand new satchel that had never been used, so and it fits her better than it did me. I was going to use it for
Am I going to?
my GoPro, but
Because I can't eat it.
it didn't suit me.
I was very able to eat.
Because the strap wasn't adjustable or anything, Cliff, and some of the snaps were like weird. It didn't snap to anything, like it was missing stuff, you know.
Right.
So, like in my last video I did of that particular flea market with the military Alice packs, a simple medium or small Alice pack would cover everything.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily need the frame to go with it either. It's just a simple pack to carry your gear in. Now, like I said, I have seen pocket fishermen there. Now, I think that's where Ian might have gotten his initially. So anything's possible. But
I smell chocolate.
huh?
I smell
Someone's eating
chocolate.
chocolate?
What chocolate?
I'll be right back. I gotta go tuck in Jenny. I think she went to bed.
Tucker in.
I will go tuck her in. She was kind of tired today.
All right, he's left. We can talk shit now.
Right. Jason planted his ginger.
Yeah, I planted this ginger yesterday.
Oh, sweet. So you're gonna get an Australian in about 6 months.
Yeah, well, I won't get anything out of it for at least about 2 years.
And for those that are currently listening, I'll post it tomorrow. But Project Trellis is finished.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I watched that earlier.
You watched part 1 of me finishing the beginning of finishing it. I finished it earlier today, so I've got it fully complete. Now I just got to wait to plant.
Now, when I get home,
Hey T, how's it going?
Hi, Jason. AT's in. Nope. Eat.
My corns are still alive, by the way.
yes.
The what?
My corn.
Nice.
Sitting in the greenhouse, just chilling. I wait to transplant it somewhere that I can test to see how well that batch does.
Oh, those planters at work came down in price.
Which ones?
The 4-foot round ones that are 2 feet tall.
Oh, the ones with the bottoms?
On this morning.
The fire rings?
Yeah, that's a firing. It's galvanized firing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because they don't. I really wish they'd make those round ones with a freaking bottom.
Without the bottom?
No, with the bottom.
They do.
Not in my location.
Go online.
I don't freaking hate shopping on box store online.
Order it and have it delivered to the store.
For free.
Because those would be perfect for like growing peppers.
You're gonna look up stock tank. That's what will be underneath.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm
Like I
tired.
said, you do not want a firing made of galvanized because when it gets too hot, it gives off a poisonous gas, and a big old giant mouse is right there.
Right now.
Shoot it.
A big old mouse.
Where?
He ran over there and grabbed the kibble out of the dish. I mean, big mouse. Big mouse.
And you didn't do anything. You just watched it eat.
Well, he wasn't going to stay there long enough for me to do this.
AT. Same here. I feel you on that one.
I don't like that angle. The water dish is right there. This will actually penetrate the water dish.
Well, then move stuff around so that you can get them.
Yeah, I need to set it up so I think it's, yeah. What I'll do is I'll make a dish and I'll put a piece of plywood in the center and back, so I can separate the food and the water. So all I get is the dish or the plywood, not
Okay.
the water.
Okay.
I'm
Just
back.
Welcome back.
Kenny's tucked.
She went to bed without saying goodnight?
Yep. She just went straight to her room. She was playing on her phone. Hey,
Oh.
Scott, did you hear what I said about the get my message about the cabin there at the lake?
Cornbread. But yeah, that mouse was big enough it had to go around, so it couldn't fit in the
Crack.
Hey, Jason, how you doing, brother?
Okay.
Glad you could make it.
mouse.
Glad everybody's alive.
Scooter, go get it. Don't just bark at it.
So hopefully Scott will answer my information I sent him about the. I'm feeling better. The stomach flu has not killed me off yet, though it has killed me for the last 4 days. Though I tried to go into work on Tuesday, but they said no.
He said he heard you talking about it.
Well, the thing is, I found a cabin for it's $170 a night. If we got 4 people in there, it takes like next to nothing. We have a bathroom, we have a full kitchen, and 4 beds.
Yeah, it was like $45 a person.
Yeah, it's not that much. Probably a little bit over 50 because we were not counting Ian. I'd have to probably pay for Ian for the cabin part.
That's what I'm saying. Well, mostly $45 per person, except for Colan, which I said earlier would be 90.
No, I mean, probably about. Let's see, I'm not sure. I'd have to use a calculator for that one. I'm not sure. Let's see here. What's the calculator?
So 45 and 45 is 90. It's 180 times 4. 45 times 4 is 180. You're also going to have tax, so you're probably looking closer to about 190, 195.
It doesn't say anything about tax.
It tax you on everything. It's not food. They're going to tax you.
No, usually when we do camp fees, it was even for campsites.
Yeah, but you're not at a campsite. You're at a cabin. It's a whole different thing.
I've never bought a cabin, rented a cabin, so I wouldn't know. First time. So even then, it's still not bad. But the thing is, there's a big lake, like a 230-acre lake there. So we have a place to park. We have a place to sleep. Those people who need electricity will have it. And we have functioning bathrooms in the cabin, so and showers.
Yep, definitely agree on that one, AT.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's true, Scott. But I just thought of a cabin when it might be a little easier because it does offer a fire pit on the outside as well as a outside grill and a picnic table. And it's handicap accessible, so people like me with bad knees and stuff, I don't have to worry about climbing hills or anything.
Right.
I'm sure by that time my knee is going to be dead. Yeah, depending if I have my surgery or not by then.
Technically, a handicap ramp is a hill.
No, this one's a flat spot. You saw the picture.
Saw the picture. Trust me, that's not a flat. It's a ramp.
It's not a ramp.
It's a ramp.
It's flat.
No, it ain't.
It is.
I'm telling you, that's a ramp.
It's not a ramp. See? Flat, straight.
No, that's a ramp.
Not a ramp.
The only way that would not be a ramp is if that cabin was in the ground 8 or 10 inches and the door was flush with the dirt. That's a ramp.
It doesn't look like any ramp I've ever seen.
It's because it's offset and the poles are throwing it off. Trust me, that's a ramp.
Like I said, until you need I'm not getting a scooter.
Yeah, they've already got one.
Who?
It's Scooter over there.
Oh, that kind of scooter.
Scooter on that side.
Don't need a dog. Sorry. Don't need a puppy. Though I actually have seen people sell farm animals there.
See, somebody else knows how to tell that's a ramp.
Well, then again, like I said, I've never used a cabin before. I've never had one. It just says that it's wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, it's a handicap ramp.
Well, cabins are nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry everything.
The fire pit's out there, so we bring our folding chairs and hang out after hours out there.
That's it. No tent. It's already set up for you. Got power, heat, AC.
So only thing we probably have to bring is firewood and charcoal if we decide to use the grill instead of cooking inside, which is not bad. We probably find charcoal there at the flea market, surprisingly enough, or firewood for that matter. Stranger things have been found.
Yeah, like a dead body under the floorboards.
I don't know about that, if it even has floorboards.
It's a cabin, it has to have floorboards.
If it's a solid foundation, maybe not. Could be have cement floors.
Oh, that'd be terribly cold.
Like I said, I don't know. I've never been there. And there's no pictures of the inside.
Right?
I'm sure I could probably find pictures of the inside, but I don't know.
Seems kind of sketchy that they're like, here, you can rent a cabin, but we're not going to show you what the inside looks like.
Let me see if I can find a
The ones we see had wood floors.
Yeah.
They were pure and beam. It was brought them in, with them level. That under power.
interesting. Okay, I've got some pictures, but I don't know if they're. I'm trying to find pictures of that location. Actually, that's not bad. Not this one. I have no idea. That's the wrong Belvedere. That's yeah. That's England.
Oh, that was cold.
Okay. I don't know about that one. Well, here's what the inside looks like. At least one of them, anyway. Let's see if I can get this picture bigger. Oh, here, I have to change this out a little bit. That's Wapello. What am I doing? That's not one I want. I had Belvedere up and they popped up with something else.
Ew, I don't think I've ever stayed in a cabin or even walked into a cabin that had concrete floors. That's terrible. I can understand the foundation being concrete so the cabin doesn't shift, but solid concrete pad and then they just build on top of it? No, thank you. The amount of stuff that those floors would have absorbed is just no, not kosher. No AT, no, man.
Okay, I guess we'd have to get
Is that
Kevin.
on your side, Jason? Is that on your side or Colin's side?
That's our side.
His side, not ours.
Yeah, that guy sounded like he drove right through your front door.
Right?
Yeah, cabin 3 is the only one that's open right now. Yeah. Who knows what we're going to find at this flea market, because we're going to basically, we got about 20 acres to run, so who knows what we're going to find until after we're over and everybody shows off what they found. It'd be an interesting video. I can definitely tell you that. Now, guys, what would you guys prefer to see? Each, like 4 different individual videos, or one big video showing each of us showing off what we found?
I don't know. It's up to the individual, I suppose.
No, I just want to know what you would like to see. If you're going to go click on something, what would you want to see?
No, I don't know.
What?
Now, there's just basically, it's a loadout video, just trying to see what, show them what they found, but it doesn't show them using any of it yet. But that could be an individual video they could do down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like, this is what we found. Now, if you want to see us use any of this, you'll do the video about that. But, a bardominium. If you can do a bardominium, Scott, I think you have the space to do that. I've seen some of the stuff you have. I love your outside refrigerator, by the way. Did you guys see his grilled cheese video yet?
No.
I have not.
He has the video sideways.
Oh, parts of it.
Jason saw
It's all
part of
sideways.
it. Scooter, shut up. Shut up.
Okay, good. So we can just one video. We can show everybody what we found. Then individual, we can go out and do our own individual setups and all that stuff all together, individual stuff. So
Yeah,
That
you could
was-
do a joint comparison.
right, that's basically what it is. And see what each of us have in mind for the 10 C's, or sort of 10 to 15, stuff what we consider a good bug out bag. And I'm personally curious about what Ian would come up with, to be honest, because he has to figure out how to stay within budget, and he also has to learn how to talk to people. He's not good at talking to people like I am.
Right.
So someone who's like him, but the thing is, he loves gear. He loves knives, all that stuff. So he's got to figure out how to do it all within a budget and still talk to people. So it'd be interesting. We just that'd be a massive, stretch out and go boom, 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 boom. 4 different loadouts. Unless someone else shows up, then we can just go 5, whatever it is. But we only have 4 beds at the moment.
What about the fold-out couch?
That's a double. There's a double, a queen, and 2 singles. I'm trying to convince Jenny to go with me, so that way she can I could share the queen. Because if she doesn't want to go to the flea market because she doesn't feel like walking that far, she can spend some time around the cabin and just hang out, around the lake. That's her kind of camping. That way she still has power. She can use the restroom, and she just, get the day to herself. And then also, at the end, we can also do, a massive cookout, whatever it is that we decide to do that way.
Did you get him, Jason?
I was sneezing.
No.
Gesundheit.
No, this Gazoon's definitely loose if he's sneezing.
Scott, what would you consider the 10C, a good stuff to put it in a bug out bag? Cliff mentioned his favorite thing is the flashlight, or some kind of candling device.
The flashlight's number 1 because it allows you to see what the hell's screaming in the woods.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a flashlight. It could be a headlamp if you find a headlamp, because you can find either or at a flea market, new or used.
Like the minions say, illumination.
No, they say banana,
No, they also say illumination.
but they say banana more than anything else. They have a whole song about it.
Yeah, they do.
Come
I
on.
understand about finding out another vehicle. We're working on getting our vehicles fixed, which is one of the things we're working on money for. So, okay, that's better.
Cabin would actually be easy to make.
It'd be interesting to see what we come up with. But like I said, I mean, I have an idea about what Scott would do. I have an idea what Jarrett would do. And I might even have an idea what I would do, but I could also go off the rails, could think of outside the box. But Ian is my biggest
Concern.
Well, I mean, like I said, he doesn't talk to people he doesn't know very well. But
How do they function at school?
he
Sounds
it's
to me like
different.
he doesn't.
He does, but he does only with people he knows. But the thing is, when he's at fair, he can talk to people, which is really weird. But like I said, when he's at something he's really interested in, he'll talk about it and he'll do stuff about it, especially with me. So, because he has a lot of the same ideas I do, but he's got his own way of thinking.
Spin on it.
Yeah, his own spin. And I would like to see what that spin ends up, because I like to see how, creative he can be. Now, I'm not scared of the dark either, but I don't want to get my eye poked out because I can't see a freaking branch in front of my face either. So,
Whack. What happened to you, tree?
took out my eyeball. But, I mean, it could be as simple as finding one of those emergency shelters and a sleeping bag.
Bye, Jason.
Bye.
Hi, Jason.
That is AT. Miss you already.
Yep. That's true, Mike. The fair is his crutch. That's where he grew up. He knows the people. But he's been to this fair, this flea market multiple times, and he's old enough to go try to figure things out on his own without me. He's just got to figure out if he can talk to people and get what he wants, and what he needs would still stay under budget. Now, like I said, I would start off with a backpack, then I could figure out what I could put in that backpack to make sure it fits.
Yeah.
Then you got your candling device. If I could find a decent headlamp or whatever, that'd be cool. Or if I could find a knife of some kind. And a container for water and a cooking device. And a shelter. Those kind of things. I mean, I've seen sleeping pads. Like I said, I've seen all kinds of things there.
As they blink.
You know those,
But you never know what you're going to find. And it's always different every year. The best finds technically are at the beginning or the end of the event. Especially the end when people don't want to carry anything home. So you end up finding more stuff either in the trash, or if you talk to someone and say they're willing to just let you have it for like next to nothing, and go that route. But we're not going to be there on a Sunday because I don't want to have to try to do stuff the next day when I'm after being out all day. Well, because he's in his element, Scott. He knows the brass armadillo. He knows that place really well because that's where he found his Boy Scout, his 1918 Boy Scout cook set.
Yeah.
It's his comfort zone. He knows that kind of thing because that's where I raised him at, and he talks to me in front of the camera. That's when you see him. When I turn my camera towards him, he keeps his head as close out of the frame as possible. He doesn't. He does normally do stuff on his Oculus. He can talk to people when he can't see them directly. It's like people who talk to each other on what's that military one that people do all the time?
I don't know.
That game that
Call of Duty.
yeah, where you can talk to your team.
Yeah.
He does that kind of thing. He has no issues with that. But when you talk to, he's like you and me right now. He'd have trouble because he can see you. But when you can't see you, he can talk to you just like over the phone. He has no issues. He has anxiety for that.
So what you're telling
Okay.
me is we'd be better off blind.
No,
That's what sounds
Okay, I
like.
was thinking it too.
no, he just has anxiety, social anxiety, because he was when he was supposed to start as a freshman in school. Then everything happened with COVID and everything. So he got stuck home being homeschooled. All this stuff was on the computer. He never had to deal with people.
I've done
Now that he's a
homeschooling
senior,
before.
huh?
I've done homeschooling before.
Well, but you weren't a teenager when you were doing, were you? In high school?
I was 13 or 14.
Well, he went from being in school to being out of school, now going back to school because of
Yeah, it's
COVID.
usually how homeschooling works. You start in school, something happens, you homeschool, and then you go back to school. I didn't have any issues with that.
Well, he also has ADHD and a whole bunch of other stuff that, he's actually mentioned that he might be even borderline autistic.
Okay.
So that may be part of it. I have no idea. I can understand it if it was. It makes sense to me. But he's very high functioning autistic if he is. Knife, container, cover, fire. Yep. And cordage. I'm sure we could find lots of cordage. I've seen people who sell hunks of paracord and other stuff, and I've found canoes, kayaks, in the old rubber rafts, inflatable
Dinghy.
rafts. Those things are just wonky because I don't trust those things as far as I could throw them.
I have no problem with the flotation device. It's the bottom part where you sit
Yeah,
that I have an issue with.
because you don't know how well they're attached.
Yeah, exactly. Because if that thing decides to separate from the floaty, you're going, and then that floaty's going.
Pretty much, it goes from an actual boat to an inner tube.
Yeah, but the inner tube's going to go without you.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you have your arms over the edge at the end, then you're holding
It's
on.
also the fact that you got all your weight essentially sitting in one spot, so the whole where you're sitting, that thing sinks in like almost a.
And they're never 100% waterproof. There's
No,
always a
they're not.
leak. There's always a leak. But the thing is, now it would be interesting to find like an old-fashioned self-inflating life raft or something like that. I've never seen one there, but I bet it'd be interesting if I found one. What I do with it, I have no idea, but it'd be interesting to see. Because I have seen life jackets and stuff there, and skin diving equipment, scuba diving equipment. Haven't found only a few things on bow fishing, but mostly right-handed stuff. Which is why I tried to find what I did.
What's an oracle?
Never ending story.
I know that.
Oh my God, Jason!
That is Barbara Gordon. Barbara Gordon. That's Oracle.
He wants
Well,
to
that's
make
not
one.
Would you want to make a Barbara Gordon?
No, SD says always wanted to make an oracle.
Define an Oracle, Scott.
That's what I said. What's an oracle?
Oop, that was.
Now, if you want to make something like this, talk to Cliff.
Well, Olympus.
I have to step out for a minute.
Oh, you got
Okay.
to see that about a horse?
Might be something more about burying a dead body.
Oh. Don't fall in. I'll be ending this in about 20 minutes, folks. Just to let you
Yeah.
know. I didn't realize what time it was until just now.
9:40.
Yep, I thought I was going to end it at 9:30, but it's 9:40 now, so I figured might as well go for the next 20 minutes. Especially since Cliff just left. But Scott, we will figure things out, and I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. But it is like a $5 entry fee to get into the flea market, I believe. Let me double check. It might be $2. Sorry. Saturday is it's $4 for Saturday. So that's not bad.
Basically a wreath, but bigger. Put it on a tarp and make a raft.
Oh, I've seen that. They did that. Let's see who did that.
Huck
Um,
Finn.
No, no,
Huckleberry
no, no. Actually, and it was a survival show with Dave Canterbury. I can't remember what it does. Give me a second here. Okay, he was in Dirty Rotten Survival. That's where I saw it. Someone did it there. I would love to see that show again because it was actually pretty interesting, especially with 3 different guys doing survival their own way.
He wants to know if there's a date now.
Yes, it's going to be the dates are the fair is August.
May.
Oh, sorry, May 4th is when we're going to do it. But
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. So it'll be a Star Wars day. But Ian and I are going to be coming in on Friday if we get the cabin. That way we can have everything set up for you guys to get set up. And then we have a place to crash because I want to be there bright and early Saturday morning. So the $100 will not be including the food that we eat. That'll be separate. So anything above and beyond $100 is for food while you're there. Unless you want to bring like a snack lunch or something like that. We do. We bring a cooler full of food. That way we don't have to pay for anything while we're there. We could bring sandwich meats and chips and other snacks.
And a wagon.
We don't know. We actually just leave it in the vehicle because you can leave and come back in without having to prepay.
No,
So-
I'd take a wagon so I wouldn't have to carry everything.
There's that. But the thing is, that's why I buy the backpack first. Then go. That way you have stuff to put something in.
Colan needs to take a wagon.
I'm not putting a wagon.
There with him.
Now, the thing is, if you were to buy a wagon, I've seen them there. But I'm not buying a wagon. It's just too much money. So buy the backpack first to put my gear in as I go.
Okay.
That way I can carry it on my back. So backpack first, and then everything else follows that.
Or a duffel bag.
Or a duffel bag.
If that's what I find, yeah. I got to go with that I can get reasonably inexpensive that will hold everything I need to hold. Since I know there's a guy who sells military surplus, I might hit his place up first because I know where that one's at.
Same spot all the time, huh?
Same spot every time. But it's on the end cap of one of the inside the racetrack. So you hit that place up, then you know you have a space to put your gear as you find it. Now, if you happen to find anything else that you put in your pocket on the way there, that's just a bonus. You know, if it's small enough, like a knife you put on your belt, and a lighter or anything small like that,
Yeah.
then that's just bonuses.
Do you need to close up the greenhouse?
I never opened. Never got hot enough.
Okay.
It was cloudy all day. Got lucky.
Nice.
Scott, I will take you to that spot first. Because I'm not going to leave you hanging, brother. But
It's supposed to be sunny.
but there's people selling all kinds of backpacks and clothing. Huh?
We're supposed to get rain tomorrow night. He was asking if it's going to be sunny.
Late night.
Oh, I have no idea. But I do know there was at least one knife maker there that actually sold the scales for to people who make knives, which actually I end up giving a few scale blocks to my friend Adam Schwartz, who was on Fortune Fire. I actually still have one left that from last year I got for free because I introduced this guy to Adam. So he gave me a free block for scales for a knife, which I have a knife that needs new scales. And I was going to take it over to Adam, see if he could replace the handle for it. If you want to wear cargo pants, that's perfectly fine. I wear cargo shorts when I'm doing this usually. because I don't like wearing short pants when I'm out there. I generally don't like wearing boots when I'm out there. I usually wear sandals.
Mm.
But this year might be a little different because of my knee and everything. So I might have a cane I might be needing, depending on what my condition is by then. That is more than a few months away. Yes, I will be needing a ride tomorrow after work. We'll discuss it more tomorrow there, Mike. We got most of the information we need to fill out the paperwork we have, and we'll fill it out tomorrow and send it off. We're adding at least one more item to see what we can do about that so we can keep things going. So we'll go from there.
May
Adam,
the sports be with you.
let me check. I think he has one on Facebook because he's out of Des Moines. Let me check because I haven't really been to his channel much because I've been to his house.
That's pretty amazing. You go from Stormtrooper to just seeing it like a Mexican the next day. May 1st, dress up like an old pilot. Mayday.
Should I medicate or wait?
Oh, we can wait a few minutes.
Okay.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Right?
Here's his Facebook page. And if you contact him on Facebook, just tell him Colan sent you. Oh, I'm going to show you one of his knives from that Ian picked up.
And that box. Then I'll probably have a chance to take them off underneath the toolbox.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a knife that Adam made right here.
Nice.
Here's the other side. That thing is razor sharp. One thing I really like about it is that he made this one a left-handed sheath. Because he left-hand draws when he pulls his knives. So I want to get one made from him. But Ian only paid $20 for this. So that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Look how thick that is.
Trail runner.
Oh, he did the sheath too. He did them both. He also did my I'll see if I have it here. Give me a second. I actually have something else he made for me. Oh, actually, Molly and Jason have something of his.
Oh,
Striker.
the fire poker.
Yep, you got the fire poker from him.
Yeah, it's in the sheath with the stand.
What is?
The tripod.
He made this, which is really cool. The thing is, it's like huge.
Right?
I've got a smaller version, but this thing is really big. But it's strong as hell. This thing will hold a cauldron.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the things he made for me. I paid about $100 for this, but this is a custom job, and he made it bigger than I expected. But I'm okay with that because this thing, like I said, will probably hold up a truck. Because look how thick that thing is.
Yeah.
It's like 1/4-inch steel all the way around. He's never made one before. That's why he did it. Yeah. So I'm not sure if Jason and Molly have their fire poker handy or not?
No, it's in the bag with the tripod that holds the Dutch oven.
Yep. So he did a good job on the fire poker.
Yeah, I like mine.
So you actually have something from Forged and Fire, participant. So, like I said, Ian's got his little blade that he got and stuff like that. So it's not a bad knife. He got, it's got a 90-degree spine on it, so it'd be great for using ferro rods on. I like the fact that he makes a left-handed sheath.
Yeah.
Because you know how hard it is for me to find left-handed sheaths. I just haven't picked up a knife from him yet. That's my next thing. But it's on my list. And finding a blacksmith that you can hang out with and talk to is always cool. So, like I said, Adam can make pretty much anything. I gave his daughter a bow. It's some arrows. Yep, that's the guy I talked about. I actually give several people bows, so I find bows for people. I'm good at that. I wish that one bow we found for really cheap, that would have been awesome to pick up, like $30-some. That would have been awesome. But I think too many people try to order at the same time. If I would have just been able to sneak it under the radar and grab one, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, that one, that was unfortunate.
I know. Like I said, if I would have been able to sneak at least one bow from underneath them, I would have been ecstatic.
Oh, I legit don't even think they sold a single one. I think the minute they saw the influx of orders in there, they saw the price and was like, "Oop, this is a mistake."
No, that's what I mean. If I would have been able to sneak in before the whole rush of orders came in, I might have been able to sneak one underneath their radar. You know what I mean? But
I think they would have caught it.
They caught it though, which really sucked. They sent me my money back and everything.
Yeah,
We all got our money back.
But it would have been an awesome bow though. I'm still looking for more takedown bows and stuff like that because I would like to find a piece together longbow, a 2-piece longbow, but or a 2-piece recurve would be nice too. Yeah, I need to grab arrows too. If anybody finds any cedar arrows around 55-pound spine weight, or heavier, but not wood, not fiberglass or carbons. I don't do those because those things don't do well with my bows. They're too light. Let me know. So I'm going to plan on picking up at least a couple dozen arrows when I can. You can use a crossbow there, Mike. I can guarantee you can use a crossbow. They have these new ones out. They have a crank, a foot stirrup and a crank, so you don't take much. But I have seen some ones that have lever actions. I'm not sure if anybody else has seen those, but it just has a little lever that pulls everything. Goes like and that kind of thing.
Not as powerful as like the Excaliburs that with the crank,
or the big barnets or something like that. The Excalibur. Well, it depends on which ones you get. I've seen the vertical ones, and I've seen the other ones that don't even look like bows, but they fall technically under the category of bow.
A reverse crossbow.
Yeah, those things look weird.
They pack a ton of power.
Too much, too many moving parts, which means there's more stuff that could go wrong.
Well, like I said, I got the recurve crossbow that I got.
Nothing wrong with that. That always works.
They're inexpensive, but they're effective.
They've been around for centuries.
No, just a simple one I got that I got for my birthday, which I think was got off of Amazon.
Right.
It's It puts the bolt in the styrofoam hog about 6 inches at 30 yards.
Right. I want to get another one for Jenny since someone stole the one that I had for her. We got for our wedding. But it's going to be hard to find another lever action crossbow. But I got 3 more minutes, folks. Then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the repeater lever action now too.
I've seen those. I'm not sure if I can afford one of those.
Yeah, you need the George Sprague crossbow.
Yeah.
The what?
Jorg.
I'm not familiar with that one.
He's from Germany. The slingshot guy.
Oh no, I need the one from Van Helsing.
Mm.
The one that Hugh Jackman
this is the
uses.
YouTube channel from Germany.
I'd rather use the one from Hugh Jackman's one from Van Helsing.
He made one exactly like it.
He did?
Yeah.
Did it work? I couldn't hear you. Did it work?
Yes.
I didn't see that one.
He also made a
If you got a link for it,
crossbow.
send me a link to it. I'd love to see it. But,
George Sprague.
Never heard of the guy, though, to be honest.
You've seen him.
Oh, Sprague. Sorry.
What's his name again?
George Sprague. It's not the
Never heard of him.
traditional spelling of. This guy's made all sorts of random stuff.
Yeah, he made the big slingshot for the big robot fight.
Okay, I know the. Okay.
Shh.
Okay.
Shh.
I've seen him. I never seen that particular one.
Yeah,
He
he's got
did
a
do
lot of
one
weird
on a true assault crossbow one. But I don't know if that's what you were talking about.
He's made
He
a
made
ton.
one out of fishing spears, spear guns. I didn't realize that was his name.
Yeah, he has made a lot of very interesting weapons.
Yeah, I like his automatic crossbow that he made with the drill.
Yep.
I must have missed that one.
Oh man, that thing shoots fast.
Well, I'm sure. I'm subscribed to him, but I haven't seen any of his stuff on my For You page or anything like that on my homepage. I don't know why it doesn't come up.
Subscribe, but you need all notifications if you want stuff.
I do.
On YouTube.
I have. I'll unsubscribe and resubscribe. Okay, there I do. I did. The slingshotchannel.com/contact him HTML and all those other different links and stuff he's got. But yeah, he's got 3 million subscribers.
Nice.
It's 10 o'clock, folks. It's time for me to go.
Okay.
But I will see you guys on Saturday, hopefully. Be
Yes.
well. Have a good Friday. And I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3,
No, he's not.
2, 1.